now we can kind of start, now that things are going. Oh, though I have a couple things I have to say up front, and this should be in the podcast. I do have
someone's saying your points are still on?
Oh, my channel points are still on. I forgot to turn those off. I guess I'll do that first. Like I said, have a couple announcements. I'm still doing a charity partnership thing. For those on my channel, I've been doing I've started a charity thing for Mondays. I do have the charity stuff enabled on this stream. The rewards are not enabled, but the donation link is going to be going through in the chat and is going to be under the stream in the description and all that stuff. I am working all month with a group called Gamers Outreach. What they do is they basically make these like mobile game console kiosks for hospitals so that they can provide entertainment and stuff to kids who are hospitalized. And I am very glad that I got to work with this charity because, as a lot of people know, I'm type 1 diabetic, and I was hospitalized for that when I was 9. So I can very personally speak to the importance of having distractions and things like that in that situation when you're a kid. So if you want to help donate and help that cause, again, the link will be going through in the bio, or not the bio, in the chat, and there is in the bio under a donation link. That's also going to be going on Mondays all throughout the month, but just wanted to put that out there, and I'll plug it again sort of at the end. Now for the bad news. We really messed up, guys. All of us collectively have made a really big mistake in this campaign.
We did?
Yeah. So you know how Goodbid has Capri Sun, and that's like a bit that we've been doing?
Yeah.
Basically. I like the idea of Goodbid having a snack company, like a snack drink. That's funny. We shouldn't have picked Capri Sun, because as I realized a couple days ago, Mr. Goodbar's was right there, and we didn't go for it. And we failed. As creators, we have failed that Mr. Goodbar was not what we picked.
You scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, that was the intent.
You were gonna say we were getting sued.
No, we're not.
We got a cease and desist from Capri Sun.
We shouldn't have picked Capri Sun. Motherfuckers have
I had to spook you, but I also am genuinely mad that we did not come up with this, because
we have a goddamn.
It's in hindsight.
All of our faces as we were all collectively thinking we were gonna get sued.
I got y'all. Happy Halloween, everybody. But yeah, now that I've scared you all and gotten my good joke in, I believe that's everything I've got to say. So does anyone have anything else to do before we start off? I'm very excited for this session.
Take some heart.
Yeah, go ahead.
Fix that shit.
Whatever you need to do. That's the beginning of the horror today.
I don't even know what Mr. Goodbar is.
You don't know what?
I've never heard of.
It's chocolate with peanuts in it. It's literally just that.
It's like
I don't eat candy.
It's not fancy, but it's good, and it was a much better joke than anything that we actually did.
Yeah. Alright, so with that heart attack...
Now that I've gotten everybody in the mood for this episode...
Let's plug our support link.
Go for it,
You can
Mama.
Support us at... I don't even know our URL, but you can support us if you want to for 99 cents, $4.99, or $9.99 a month if you have the money.
But I can put
you don't have to do it to listen to the podcast. We would just like it if you did.
We all have hospital bills.
Yeah.
Right now.
Pay our medical bills, please. You don't have health insurance.
I mean, we already did it.
Please. We're all creators. Half of us are unemployed. We need it. Please help.
Yeah.
Please help!
Yeah.
Help me!
And well, I guess chat can let us know, what would you think about Patreon stuff?
Oh yeah, that is something we've been discussing. If you have ideas for what you would want to see there, or just thoughts on the concept in general, let us know. You can tell me in my Discord, or I guess other people's Discords. I don't know how much people talk about it in yours, but just let us know, because that is something that we're considering.
I think honestly, if we just saved our after show, like
we do a free after show.
I hope this isn't sneaky. I hope this isn't like sneaky. We do a pretty substantial after show for ourselves.
I like
yeah.
Anywhere.
Just
like,
for
if
us.
We just recorded that. Can you imagine?
I mean, after show. Yeah, we're just literally talking after. It's not a formalized after show. We're just talking.
No, but that's. I don't know. That seems like what an after show is. I don't watch TV.
Yeah,
so
it's like an extra half hour of content.
The problem is I'm just going to have to be really careful to not spoil anything in that after show. I don't give you guys hints very often. I give you like tiny hints for fun sometimes, but that's about it. And hey, that would be what people would pay for.
Yeah, but that's the benefit. That's
yeah.
Being patrons is if they're paying,
you
they
get those
that
little
snippet.
you get those little bits of lore hints. So there's going to be plenty of that today. I'm very excited.
Listen to me. I don't post anything on my Patreon. I definitely know what I'm doing.
Any of us
I
have
also
active
straight up,
Patreons?
when Matt drops hints, I don't get them.
That's good.
Like, I still have not gotten
That's
any of the hints.
We are the
Excellent.
party of dumb.
I'm so excited. Today I get to reveal fancy stuff.
It doesn't just go over my head. It has an overnight fight
I
look
don't
over
get
my
it.
head. It is.
Mine flashes back to Nathan's ugly on the goblin. That was a very good. Did that get good
Yes.
views? I don't know if it's even up yet, but it was a funny.
It is up. It is
That
Okay,
one
I'm
is
gonna go
very
repost
underrated.
that. I've been busy the last couple days. I gotta go do that one because it's very funny. We have a TikTok, by the way. We have a TikTok where we do campaign highlights.
Yes.
It should be in the rotating links thing that's going on. If you want to see good moments, condensed down, there you go.
Funny thing is, I guess I actually don't know if you guys know this, but a lot of our podcasts come from TikTok. Like, our podcast listeners come from our TikTok.
I guess that doesn't really surprise me. I mean, if you're I know there are some people that are here that watch the podcast, like some people that watch it live and then later, but I bet that's a small percentage. Yeah, I mean, think it, because they're not going to come from YouTube. They're watching it there. They're not going to come from here. They're watching it here.
Yeah.
Anyway, go plug our TikTok so we can get more podcast listeners. That's
we
what this
actually
is, I guess.
like 13.9 thousand TikTok followers. And even
pretty
better
quick.
news,
Nice.
we just hit 10,000 listens on our podcast.
Wasn't it like 8K like 2 days ago?
Hell yeah.
It was 8K last week.
Okay, dang,
With
wow.
10K.
That's going up quick.
Actually,
I guess
it's 10.5K, so thank you guys.
It would hopefully be growing exponentially because we're hopefully getting both new viewers and adding more episodes.
Yeah.
So I guess that actually does make sense now that I'm thinking
We
about
literally
it.
couldn't do this without you guys. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Yes.
This is not the speech I was expecting to go into before this episode, but when I started this campaign, essentially just me and Nikhil and Panda, we should play D&D. I never thought it would get to this point, so that's very cool for me. Seeing
for everybody
my
in
show.
For everybody in the chat who wants to know the little history of this, it was.
Oh no! Don't tell it. We should tell our patrons.
Oh yeah, hold on.
Yeah.
I mean, I basically said the
That's
entire thing when I
secret.
said
That's
me and
secret
Nikhil and
information.
Panda, but I guess I'll shut up. I just dropped the Lego piece.
Leave the
There it is.
secret. No, that's not all of it. There's still secrets.
There's actually more. We don't know how. Well, I think
I guess
they know
there
how
is- I
Nathan
don't
got here. They don't know how I got here.
Did we?
I don't know how I
The
got
story
here.
of how Nathan got here is actually kind of funny, but I won't say it at this point. So,
Yeah.
again,
Save that for the Patreon.
listen to us being great marketers plugging the Patreon that we do not have.
That doesn't exist.
Plugging a
shit.
theoretical Patreon that we might make.
It's called building hype. That's what this is
Yes.
for.
Yeah, okay, sure. I'll let that one slide. Anyway, does anyone want to take the recap for last week? It actually should be a fairly quick one, I would imagine. It was mostly just sort of. Well, I won't. Does anyone want to take it, or should I take it?
I think I can take it because I did so many fuck ups last episode. That was my bad.
There's only one big one. Oh, what's up?
At the end of this, do we want to show the drawing of the Kraken beast that we have now?
Did you finish it?
Yeah, I sent it to you guys. Did you not see it?
Did you not? I didn't see the finished one.
It was the one on the paper, the black ink one.
Oh,
Wait, hold on. Now I gotta. Okay, Momo, start recapping the episode. I gotta look at something real
Okay,
quick.
yeah.
Oh no, I didn't see.
Everyone,
Okay,
listen to me.
I didn't see that. Somehow I completely
Ah.
did not see that notification go through. I will get that imported into the Twitch as Momo talks.
It's the recap. Okay. So last week's episode, it was not great for us. We were, by we I mean actually I was not on my game. I made so many mistakes. We started off by escaping a Ragdis. Poor Goodbid and his dumped con was nearly dead by the time we just made it to Mercury's ship.
Damn sky
Because of
jellyfish.
the
Where's my post-it
yeah.
notes?
So
I rolled, because I was going to make a TikTok out of this, 6 different con saves. None of them got higher than 4.
wow.
That
Wow.
entire
That's
session.
insane. That's insane.
So, there's that. There's
Because of these barely visible cloud jellyfish, which sound like they'd be beautiful, they're not. We
Scary
made our way to
eldritch
this
demons.
mysterious island off the coast of Ragdis, where we narrowly escaped these like sound searching eels because Glib decided to yell into the ether and almost got us killed.
Another good
You
TikTok.
should have said it louder. You should. I would be able to hear you. Then speak in my brain a little louder next time.
Duly noted. We make it to the island. SG's first move is to basically kill the god of decay, which was what we thought. What we thought was oh my gosh, what was it called? A warforged. Turns out it was just the whole room of like detritus and mushrooms. Glib set it off in like a big explosion, which may or may not have infected more than one individual with the mushroom spores, but we don't know. We really don't. Then we ran into the god of...
One of us does. Let me just... one of us in this call knows.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Just rubbing it in our fucking face.
That's my job.
I feel like maybe two of us now. You know?
Don't say that.
Hey, we'll get there when we get there. So get through this recap quick so we can get there.
Yeah. I'm almost there. Then we ran into the god of pain. SG decided to make it hurt, and it just made it stronger because of course it did. And we ended up almost defeating it. How many of us were there? All four of us almost ended up defeating it. Unfortunately, the absence showed up and snuck him away before before Skeezville could land the final blow. And this, the absence had its whole like I'm lonely and sad thing. No one remembers me. And Skeezville was like, I remember you. And then they ran away together to live happily ever after, I suppose. The end.
By the way, none of us know that.
Oh yeah, the memories of the absence. No one has memories of it at the moment.
Yeah.
That
actually now also, we do have memory of it now.
That's actually true.
Yet.
That's true.
No, I was saying that none of us know why the absence took.
Yeah.
That is true.
Skeezville.
None
of us know why.
Yeah, Skeezville. We don't know why.
The specifics of the knowledge are not available at the moment.
Mm-hmm. And now we're here.
Panda, I went ahead and imported the image. Do you want me to just show it now for the recap?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I forgot the end part.
So
at the very end, the island decided to lift out of the ocean because it actually wasn't an island. It was the corpse of my previous god patron.
Yep.
With a castle having been grown out of its fucking skull.
Yep. Rayleus and his legions of monsters that he has now are on the move somewhere.
Sheesh.
Where to be determined. And for Spotify
Honestly,
listeners,
impeccable interior design. I gotta give it to him.
For Spotify listeners, I'm also gonna post this image on my Twitter, and I'll tag Panda in it. So if you want to see this image that Panda drew, it will be on my Twitter, so you can find it there. I'm doing it now before I forget.
And Matt is going to post the link in our chat, so I
will
can put it in the link of the podcast.
I will do that as well.
There we go.
Great idea, Momo. Let me. I'm just gonna say Kraken, and people who don't know what this is are gonna find out later. But yeah, where we last left off, on a pretty good cliffhanger, if I remember correctly, because we kind of just had Glib see what was going on. Glib, the party was in the castle, and Glib flew out on stick to see what was going on. So Glib was the only person who knows exactly what's happening. And so we'll pick up there. With kind of whoever wants to start. You guys inside or Glib outside?
I mean, I'm outside and I recognize it as my god, right? It's not just a big ass
Krakens
fish.
aren't common. It's
it's
pretty
giant
recognizable.
fuck off wings and tentacles and shit does kind of give it away.
A little bit.
Can I try and I'm gonna try and reach out to it mentally, see if I can talk to it.
You don't really get anything. You can tell. I mean, it is a corpse. It is the corpse of the Kraken. It looks kind of not great. Like the eyes are, dead. Something is moving it, but you can't really tell like what. It doesn't seem to be moving on its own power at the very least, if that makes sense.
I have a question.
Go for it.
Does that mean Blob is just like the chibi version of the Kraken?
Yes.
I did design him
Yes.
off of Blob, to be perfectly
Which
honest.
I did notice and was entirely fine with. Speaking of Kraken, I did put the link in the Skype chat, so you can find that there.
Gotcha.
But yes, that's he's basically. I would rather, you know, the Kraken is the big version of Blob at this point. Is not really the other way around.
Wow.
So, as I'm gonna fly back in, obviously having not been able to talk to it, and very much even more shaken. By the way, what was it? Maybe 4 hours ago, I killed myself.
It was. Yeah, probably around that time. 4 to 5, 5 to 6. This was pretty. You know, this is a very fast-paced campaign. You guys go through a lot of trauma real quick.
Fly in, just kind of. So I have bad news and worse news.
No good
Which
news?
do you want to hear worse?
Worse news.
Worse
of
news.
course.
Great. Okay. We're in a brain cavity of a god. Bad news.
That's news.
Debatably bad, possibly worse. We're in the brain cavity of my god.
Oh.
The Eldritch Kraken horror that forced me to be what I am and never let me change back and made me do terrible things. That Eldritch abomination. We're in his corpse, and I'm assuming that Rayleus has made his castle out of his skull. I tried talking to it. It's dead, but we are currently flying, to say the very least. And I think that we are on our way to destroy the rest of the fucking world.
I'll give you if you want to roll a survival check, I'll see if you guys can like kind of figure out which direction you're heading if you want to try that. Since you mentioned a heading. 7 is not going to do it.
9.
9 is not going to do it.
Give me 1 second. I tried to roll and I just switched my browser and I was not signed in D&D Beyond. Give me 2 seconds. There we go. All right.
Amy in chat picked up. She says
that's gonna be a
10.
10.
10's not going to be good enough either.
Man, we
Amy
got
in
no
chat
idea.
said, "I love that Rayleus did to Glib's god what Glib did to Rayleus's god." Yeah, it's almost like he's angry about that.
Like, honestly, I think I have a pretty good sense of direction. I think we are headed west.
That
sounds familiar. I've never been.
I do like the notion that you would be heading west because that is just out into space. Maybe that is where you're going. Who knows? Who knows? I'm not gonna say
I
anything.
said west, like
I know,
west east.
I know, but still, my brain processed west first, which would be a funnier option. But yeah, this is happening. You guys are along for the ride right now. What you do is your call.
So someone should probably tell Mercury if.
Yeah,
I'm sure he knows.
Yeah, he probably noticed
But
the nation rise out of the fucking water.
We should still get in contact with him. Make sure he's okay. We still gotta find the old coot wherever he went.
I want to say this the entire time that he's explaining. I'm just looking out the window at like the tentacles and wings, just like. I don't really know what to do here.
It's been a pretty bad day, I won't lie.
I'm gonna be fully honest. I don't know if I'm mentally equipped to handle. Points out the window. This shit. Right now. So much has gone wrong in one day. I'm not. Today.
Listen, all we gotta do is find Rayleus, give him a what for, and this will all be over. We beat his ass like three
I mean,
times now. I mean,
could
who's
just ask
keeping
him
track?
to come out here so that we can just have this talk out face to face at this point, because it's not looking good for us, honestly.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's a great idea, because I would just like to say that on a power scaling level, just purely here, we had a hard time taking down a king and a queen that had some fucking tar in them, and we are currently standing in the fucking brain cavity of something that this man made!
I'm sorry, who had a hard time in that fight? I was fine.
I had a pretty hard time.
Like,
Actually,
I just realized that, like, SG is the only one that just does not have trauma. It just kind of deals out trauma to other people, but does not have trauma of their own.
I'll see what I can do about that.
Goodbar's been rethinking his entire life choices up to this point since yesterday.
I mean, at this point, we can just take the fight to him, or we can't really go home, because, I mean, we technically could just go home. We could just ask Mercury to bring around Skyskimmer and then just get out of here. If you don't think we're ready for a fight right now, but I am ready to bring pain.
I don't know if
like
you're going to cause any pain to this man. Just stating the facts here. We are currently in one monster. We have destroyed he has destroyed like it was nothing.
Cut out for like most of your sentence.
Fuck ton of monsters. Oh. We are in a monster that he basically just took over. An entire city is just gone because the guy that you are planning to fight just thought some monsters into existence. It's just fucking gone now.
You know, you are right. We need army. We need an army because he seems to have kind of army of himself.
I think at the very least we can rendezvous with Mercury and come up with a better plan.
I think maybe we should go
stuck in this brain cavity.
We should go and talk to Magic Man and Doc and Mercury and people that we know that are more powerful than us, because we are currently just in a bad way. I don't like our chances here. This is bad. This is bad.
Am I like around close enough to do my telepathic thing with Mercury?
Remind me of the distance of it. I always forget.
I don't think it's like within like a mile, I think, at this point.
Wow.
I really genuinely don't know.
Okay, I mean, I'll roll with that. In that case, I'm
Yeah.
going to say you can try to reach out but don't get a response. Whether that's because something has gone wrong or he's just out of range, you don't know.
This is so irritating. I just talked to him like I want to say a minute and a half ago.
I'm gonna be turning around and tying a rope to Stick. Like, y'all can hang on if you want, or y'all can just wait until the giant monster gets there and we can talk then. It looks like we're headed roughly that way to begin with. So I'm talking out of my ass. Glib doesn't know that. Just we're heading towards land, and that's like we're doomed. The world is over. This is that.
We're doomed.
Oh, yo, Nikhil's in the chat. What's up, Nikhil? Why aren't you in the call if you're here, nerd?
I can't fucking play. But you're just gonna hang
Yeah. Yeah, so I just grab onto the rope.
Yeah, I grab
I'm
on.
gonna start flying in the direction of. I'm gonna tell Stick to take us to.
Rift
take
Reach?
us to-
We're gonna go
yeah.
all the way home?
Yeah, I'm gonna say take us to Rift Reach.
Take us to... Okay. Stick starts flying in the direction that like alongside the Kraken. In the same direction that the Kraken is going.
No.
As you guys sort of fly out of the window, though, I want everybody to roll a perception check.
Okay.
Not good. All right. That is a 22.
Okay, that's
a 19.
That's 22 is
Also
plenty.
a
I mean, you
19.
all see it. But as you guys are going, I imagine looking back at the gigantic monstrosity that is, slowly floating, at least somewhere in the general direction of Rift Reach, you do notice that under it, wrapped very, very, very tightly in a couple of its tentacles, is Skyskimmer.
We have to go back. We have to go back.
I hate it, but she's right. They're right. We gotta go back.
Right at Skyskimmer, and I'm like, you said you couldn't reach him earlier?
We have to go back. We can't just let him die like this.
Homeboy might be dead.
Well, if he's dead, you talk
We
to
gotta-
him.
That's a great point.
Can
I talk to
you can talk to ghosts. I don't remember what the range that I gave you on it was, but you do have some sort of ghost speech ability.
If you killed Mercury, I'm gonna be so upset.
Before I try and speak to the ghost of Mercury, can I try and speak to the ghost of my god? Is that a thing? Can I talk to the ghost of my god?
Maybe I'm dumb for this, but I actually didn't think of that as an option necessarily.
Ooh, you got by your own game.
It doesn't really matter, is the thing. For what's you can try, sure.
Okay. I'm gonna do
things too much.
Eyes glow white instead of red. I'm trying to talk to ghosts or something, and I'm like trying to reach out to my god, see if there's anything out there.
You. Oh, I just came up with a really funny idea.
Oh no.
You're the only one that can see this, because you're the only one that has ghost vision. A sort of like small, spectral, basically sort of slightly different but obviously similar version of Blob just kind of appears next to you. What the fuck is going on?
The stick swerves a little bit because I'm just fuck. I didn't think that was gonna work. Shit.
What's working? What's working? Is Mercury dead for real? Really?
I'm not talking to Mercury. Give me a second. And I'm looking at my god again, like, hey man, how's it been? What the fuck is this?
Great. Do you think it's been particularly hot?
Do you have any? I didn't think you could die. What the fuck happened here? What's going on here?
I don't know. I mean, I guess we don't know if anyone can die until they do, right? That's just kind of how that works.
Ask him who
That's
killed
fair.
him.
Yeah, that's a great question. Yeah, hey, hold on. Hey, who did kill you? Do you know who killed you?
It was, what was his name? The weird, I don't know, Rayleus. Is that what you called him? Him, and that stupid little...
Kind of spiky, bit of a douchebag.
Skull thing.
And the skull. Oh, just kidding. I didn't hear that.
And the skull.
And the skull.
Okay.
I don't know nothing about that.
I'm gonna like tap down to SG, like not breaking eye contact with the ghost god, but like, hey, teleconnect with me. Be able to listen to this shit.
Join the Skype call. Come on.
Okay. I'm listening in. I'm listening in.
Okay. How did the skull kill?
God.
Which one did it? Was it Rayleus
I'm so
or was it
glad
the skull?
that I got water before this because I wasn't expecting to have to do Kraken voice.
Tell your Kraken to lean more into the mic so I can hear him better.
Sorry, that voice. I got limits on how loud I can do that voice. All right, I'll lean in. He goes,
The skull thing powered him up, I think. I mean, it was a skull that didn't do much.
Okay. Well, note for later, if he has Scully, break it so that he can't do that. Is there anything that you can do that you could have done that we should be aware of? Because I'm pretty sure he's piloting your fucking corpse right now, man.
What?
I didn't process that. Is there anything that you do or could have done that would possibly help with the what?
I'm asking what his powers are because Rayleus is controlling what was him.
Oh, so... I get it. The tiny little ghost Kraken kind of looks over at the giant thing and sort of shrugs, goes,
I don't know how much of the power's stuck in there.
Okay, but what? All right. Worst case scenario. What if it's all in there? And if it's all in there, how scared
Like,
should we be?
ask it, like, oh, I can't really talk to him directly, so you need to ask him if we, like, eat his dead body, will we get his superpower?
By the way, I just want to point out, it's a ghost. That Glib is the only one that can see. It can hear you.
Oh.
It's not, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a ghost. It's not like a vision that's appearing to Glib specifically.
I'll have Glib convey that.
Oh,
being like,
no.
It's right
The Kraken
there.
looks over at SG as SG says that, and then just like turns back to Glib without saying anything.
What did he say?
We'll get to it. Would doing anything to you help? How destructible are you?
He thinks for a second, having never been asked that question before. Yeah,
I'm also relating all of this
he
to
doesn't
Goodbar.
answer. I don't know what the answer to
Oh,
how
good.
destructible are you would be.
If you're asking about like weak points, I don't know. I was around for a while.
Okay, that's supremely unhelpful.
I've decided in lore, by the way,
okay.
and this is totally on the spot, but it is canon now since this is my world. This is here's a little sort of related lore drop. The species that I guess Blob and the Kraken are is like we're gonna say it's a mostly extinct species from a very, very long time ago that was like that size, like cuttlefish size, and the Kraken is so big because like an animal that grows to fit the space available, when it got the god powers, it just kept growing. So the reason he's tiny now is because that was his original state before he was empowered.
Aww.
That is adorable.
Totally off the cuff, but I love it.
Well, did you ask him how he died? Because you asked him who killed him, but like how did it happen, or did it happen so quickly he didn't know?
That's G, buddy.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It's a ghost. It can hear you.
Oh right. Okay. So I just say it again.
You say it again. Okay. The Kraken again looks at you, kind of. It doesn't seem, well, only Glib can see it. It doesn't seem to like you very much. But it thinks again for a second, goes,
It was weird magic. Nothing I've ever seen before. It was like the oceans twisted around me, and then I called Glib because he was the only one available.
Sorry.
And then it just that was the end of it.
Was it glowy? Did it look all like squiggly and rainbowy and glowy?
It wasn't chaos magic, if that's what you're asking.
Okay,
Really?
that.
It was actually more similar to whatever you've got going on now.
Wait.
I'm sorry, what?
You heard me.
Shit. Fuck.
Not
Does
exactly
Glib
the
tell
same,
me this?
But it was, if I had to place it, it's close to yours.
Okay.
Okay,
so-
that's great.
I also tell Goodbeard this. I'm like, Goodbeard, I think that skull thing, that might be Dream's actual body or the head of Dream. And I don't know what is going on, but I think Dream and Rayleus are working together. I don't know what he gets out of it though.
Hey, I'm listening to the same conversation you are. How the fuck did you get that from that?
that was a big logical leap. I'll give you that much.
Well, because it's very simple. I don't know how you're not following along. So he said that the magic energy is same as Glib. The only
Yeah.
other person that we know has similar energy to Glib is Dream. So must be
The line
Dream,
of
not
thinking
Rayleus.
makes sense. That's all I'll say for now.
I guess that is understandable, but then why does the skull talk?
I don't know. Maybe he can be two places at once because Dreams
That skull
And
didn't really
also-
have that same personality as Dream did. Dream's a little sketchy, scary, and
Well, are you the same type of person you are in real life as you are in Dream? I didn't think so. Okay.
we're gonna readdress this line of thinking later.
We gotta go
there
check
is
on
an
we
active,
just
Mercury.
need to go save him.
super villain threat happening right now.
Okay.
I do
Okay,
like the thinking. I'll tell
good
you,
to know.
I like that you're getting creative with your thinking.
All right. I'm gonna look at the god and be like, I've always wanted to do this, and then just swipe him away.
You
And
hear-
now I'm gonna
yeah.
reach out again and try and see if I can find Mercury.
You do not sense Mercury's ghost anywhere. I will
Alright.
say that much.
I got good news. I can't sense his ghost.
Okay, I will try sending him now. Mercury, if you are alive, please tell us where you are and how we can help you.
That was a sending spell?
That is sending, yes. That was my last third level spell
Oh
slot.
boy, alright. Well, this is gonna suck
We have
then.
not even gotten into a fight yet.
Hey, she does have spell regeneration now, in a sense.
I do.
That said, I'm sorry to say, you do not get a response.
Motherfucker.
We gotta go in. He's our friend.
Wait, okay. So, how much of the absence do I remember?
Roll a history.
don't,
Roll a
I
history
don't
check. I'll give
Come
it
on,
based on.
I need a nat 20,
You do
baby.
need a
Nat 20
well,
history.
Maybe it's something,
Please.
but we'll see.
Fuck me! It was almost a nat 20, but it's a 2!
Yeah. No. Nothing. Nothing.
I hate my life.
Gone.
Yeah.
You ain't
it's-
remember.
You got nothing helpful from that one.
I don't know why he's not responding. He's not dead, but he's not responding.
Well, let's hope.
Oh,
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna make a history check to see if I
Go for
remember.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess we're all
14?
doing it.
Let me hear good bits first, and then I'll describe them relative to each other if you're all doing them. Mm-hmm.
History?
That's
13.
Okay, 14 and 13.
Yeah.
I will say you, though the memories are probably beginning to get a little shaky, you remember what, because this has only been like 10 minutes, you remember what has transpired with the absence in the Kraken Fortress. I need a better name for that. Maybe that's
Okay, so like the
maybe that should be the
secrets and
Spotify
everything.
question for this week is what should the Kraken Fortress be named? But that's for later. Yeah, you remember everything that you have seen in the Kraken Fortress, which is not a lot of specific details. You remember.
Got it.
While we're looking down at Mercury's shovel, well, let's hope that he didn't say any secrets, or that something or other's gonna come and get him like that old dude.
I think he already told his biggest secret to me, so
What?
you should be good. Don't worry about it. We gotta go check
That was
on
a while ago. That was actually before.
How long ago was that? Where were you?
Before Ragdis, so he's probably fine.
It was a long time ago. Before we even knew about this freaky Shadow Man.
Okay.
What's Shadow
Okay.
Man? What am I missing? What's happening?
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I
probably
mean?
fine.
You guys are having conversation around me, a topic I don't understand.
We were just inside this freaky castle, and there was a Shadow Man. Took away the old man.
I was wondering where Skeezville went, actually. I just assumed maybe he
Should
did
we
not.
roll to remember Skeezville? Are we gonna slowly
For
forget
now,
Skeezville?
you
Or-
remember Skeezville. There's no role necessary
Okay.
for that. I will sort of I won't
Alright.
say if anything's going to change with that in the future, but as the status is currently, you don't have to roll for that.
All right.
Same thing where you remember the
that
effects,
case-
but not the cause, if that makes sense.
Yes,
Okay.
he was there and then he just wasn't. That's strange.
Yeah, he was taken.
Yeah,
We gotta make sure
By-
our buddy
by a
Mercury
shadow
doesn't
guy.
get the same fate.
that was there. You know, maybe we should have this conversation after we rescue Mercury from the
Let's get the job done.
giant Kraken god.
Well, do you know if the creature thing, the Shadow Man takes them inside the castle? Is that where the Shadow Man is?
I have no idea. Zero idea. I got nothing
Zero
to tell
clue.
you here. There was a
We can
guy.
hope.
There was a guy, Skeezable said something, the dude took him. That's all I know.
All right. Well, it seems like we've been traveling alongside your dead god for a while, and we are trying to get to Rift Reach, which is telling me one very obvious thing. This thing is going to Rift Reach. We need to take it down before it gets there.
Okay. We can do that after we get Mercury out of Skyskimmer.
Mercury can help us.
Try and get Skyskimmer because I'm pretty sure Skyskimmer's alive.
That's right.
And probably faster than whatever this monstrosity is.
Hopefully faster than both Stick and this thing. So,
All right. So can we get in close, but not close enough to be swiped in by the tentacles? Actually, do you know if the tentacles are alive still?
It's currently holding
I
something.
can tell you sort of the
yes.
status of what everything looks like there.
Yeah.
The tentacles are moving around, writhing a little bit. They don't seem like most of them at least, don't seem like they're doing anything specific. Kind of just imagine it as if it was like drifting in the water, but in the air. However, there is, Skyskimmer is we'll say in like 2 of them, Skyskimmer is held pretty close to the main body of the Kraken. And remember, there's a huge horde of flying monsters that's around it as well. That if you go in closer might be a problem.
Oh. So there's monsters around the tentacles?
Oh yeah. I don't remember if I specifically described it like this last week or not. But my envision was the mouth of the Kraken is open and there's like monsters like flowing out of it, like a big army of minions, that kind of thing. It's a supervillain vibe.
Well, if I can get close enough to a tentacle and it hits me, I can just take Skyskimmer back. So are the rules of my
so are the rules, but the question is the opposing force more powerful with God, man? You can try it. I like the creativity.
Yeah, you are also facing God magic with God magic here.
I will say this. I like the creativity. The risk-reward calculation on getting bitch slapped by a giant kaiju tentacle is maybe not great.
It's like SG gets hit with 160 points of damage, full dead instantly.
I'm gonna go and save him.
I can.
Dead.
But I can, if I do mirror image, it has 3 other means it can hit. So maybe not hit me directly.
I'm not sure if you realize.
We're all gonna be on this rope.
Its eyes are in the front of it. You're going under it. I don't think it's a looking at you thing. I think it's saying, hey, something touched me.
It's also giant monster sized. Like mirror image, if it swings at one of them, it's swinging at all of them. Like it's big.
I don't know how.
I want you to look at the drawing again and realize the size of the tentacles versus the size of the castle, and then how big a person would be in comparison.
Then how are we supposed to get it to stop? You have any ideas?
I don't need to stop.
I can make us all invisible. We can try and get in close way, as long as we don't hit anything.
Dead. Its eyes don't work.
But there's other monsters around.
Goodman has a good plan.
I ain't worried about the tentacles. I trust old Sticky Boy can dodge them. But these other monsters gonna come for us if we try to get in close to.
Okay, I have a question for DM. So, I have done like a lot of work trying to be able to communicate with Skyskimmer. Is that right?
You have.
So, would you say I have learned Skyskimmer's language?
Are you trying to telepathically or do something with Skyskimmer?
I'm trying to communicate with Skyskimmer. Yes.
Tell me your exact plan, because I get where you're going, but depending on what you're trying to do, I'm gonna rule slightly differently on it.
I basically want to ask Skyskimmer, is Mercury on the board? How can we help you?
Okay, from the distance that you're currently at?
Yes.
Okay. Roll. You're gonna have to. You can do it because you have psychic communication, but because you are kind of far out and there's also a lot of things going on. Like Skyskimmer can't speak, so you're gonna have to roll a insight check. Insight check to see if you can sort of interpret the signals back.
All right. Insight harder than I've ever incited. Okay, that's 19.
Oh, 19 is actually solid. So what were you asking? The exact specifics of what you were asking?
I said, is Mercury on board? How can we help you?
So I'm trying to think of how like a boat would communicate, which is a very weird thing that I have to consider as a DM. Yeah, okay, you know what? This is something that I'm making. You see, it's very faint because you're, pretty far away at a safe distance. But you can see like the flags at the top of the center mast start to wave a little bit. And the main flag that is usually there, which I've never described before, but I guess there would be one. You see it kind of go down the flagpole, and a red one raise up in its place. That's all you can see for now. You can keep talking, but like, you get the sense, mostly for the DM's sake, that ask it one question at a time.
Oh, fuck me. Is Mercury on the board?
Okay, I'll say that is what you get the red flag to.
Is that I'm going to assume that is a no. Keep the lower the flag if that is no.
Lower the flag lowers.
Okay, so no, he's not on board.
Well, then let's just get out of Dodge.
Skyskimmer needs help.
It's also probably worse if he's not on board.
So that means he's not on board. What could mean
the ship needs help.
Could mean that maybe the Shadow Man took him, like he took Skizville, you say?
Yeah, or maybe he got out. Maybe he abandoned
I don't know if
ship.
that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I'm starting to think only.
Mercury wouldn't abandon his ship.
I'm starting to think we can only ask Skyskimmer yes or no question. So we need a yes or no
you
question.
You can ask others, but like I said, just since I'm trying to give it I'm trying to actually do the boat communication, one at a time makes it easier for me.
Okay.
You can ask as many as you need. Just let me pace them.
How can we help you?
Okay. The ship kind of like you see the sails sort of flare a little bit, as if motioning to sort of get out of the tentacles. But then, I'm trying to think how again this would work. This will be fine. The flag starts whipping back and forth again, and then kind of flips upwards almost, like it's pointing to the top, like the upper part of the Kraken.
So we have to go to the top, and then you can be free?
The red flag returns. We'll say that's a sort of no. What?
Okay, that's no. All right, I'm relaying this to the others. Like, I'm trying to translate.
I feel so bad for making this communication so vague, but at the same time, you're trying to communicate. You're trying to communicate with a kidnapped boat from a far distance away. So.
Okay, so I also imagine I'm speaking broken Skyskimmer. So help, how, go up, fight monster, yes?
Okay, this will be good. I want, you're gonna have to, you know what, no, you got a good enough on the insight check. You see the wheel of the ship start kind of frantically spinning before Skyskimmer continues sort of pointing upwards.
All right, someone's got to help me with this. I'm not understanding.
Is there a weak point under him?
It said wheel spin, and then the flag was pointing up.
Up. Okay. Can we steer the
Does
Kraken?
this thing have a steering?
Yeah. Is there a way to steer it in its head?
Skymmer... God, this is the worst communication path. You guys are really...
You could have... I want to point out, you could have just given her a voice. You could have
it's
just
funny. It's so much funnier and so much better if it's just a boat that's what it's been the whole campaign, is a boat that can, like, move to communicate. You're the one trying to communicate with it from so far away.
With a stationary boat from...
I hold that this is going to be vague. The DM ruling is that this is a stupid way to communicate, but it's working enough. All the signals pause for a second as if Skyskimmer is trying as best as she can to figure out how to communicate with you. You see the door to the captain's quarters start sort of flapping open and closed.
Okay, so we have to go to the control center where the captain is,
As
right?
as best you can tell from the movement of the sails, it seems like Skyskimmer shrugs in sort of a close enough kind of way, as if to say good enough.
Okay, so we have to defeat the pilot, and then we can. The Skyskimmer will be free, essentially. Was what I'm
Do
understanding.
we know there's a pilot?
Well, it has to be. This isn't just flying on its own. There must be something piloting it. Maybe.
Rayleus creates sentient monsters all the time. This thing might just be on autopilot.
But he doesn't have dead powers.
Do you know that?
No.
Exactly. The only thing we know is that the thing that killed this fucker has the same powers as me, and I am a god of death. So that means that there is something with this shit that doesn't need half a fucking pilot.
My guess is Mercury's probably up there.
Skyskimmer very quickly starts doing all of the same motions again, and in a sort of confirmatory way.
Oh, Mercury is up there. Okay.
Yeah. Basically, you get the sense Skyskimmer's basically saying, like, for whatever reason, she needs her pilot. Again, the wheel spinning, the captain's quarters was signaling that Mercury...
I'm not getting any of that.
I will say, whether she just doesn't want to leave Mercury behind, or she actually, in some sense, needs Mercury to function, you do not know. But for some reason, she does want Mercury back.
We have to go back, guys.
Yeah,
Oh.
we do.
Fine!
All right, we will go save Mercury to the best of our ability, Skyskimmer. See you on the flip side.
Turn the stick back around. I'm gonna land at the top of the castle, so we can work our way down and not in from the booby-trapped entrance that we tried to get into before.
Is that the one? That's what you're going with? I said that very skeptically. That's a good plan. I don't know why
Yeah,
I said it
he's
like that.
driving.
I am going to have you make some level of stealth check, because while the monsters are mostly below you, I mean, they're monsters. They're moving very chaotically.
All of us?
Let's say yes, but it's going to be a lower DC for everyone but Glib. As the pilot.
16
That's
for
fine.
me.
Stealth. Come on, stealth. 14?
Okay. For you, that's fine. Will Glib screw up the stealth check a second time in a row?
All right.
15. Okay, you know what? I'll give it to you.
15.
Barely. I was going to make that the DC, so you're good. So,
Maybe.
I mean, we'll just use the image of the... I'll officially canonize this. Are you just going, like, literally to the highest point? We'll say you make it there without much trouble. Where exactly are you going in?
I am gonna say that we're gonna probably go to the tallest tower at the very top of it, because I'm assuming prison tower.
Okay. So you fly up, getting a good view of the Kraken as you go, which is still moving, by the way, but Styx seems to be able to keep pace with it as you go. Going up to the top tower, I guess, and you gotta kind of answer, I guess, perception check as you get closer. Perception check as you get closer.
Okay.
I just want to say, if the people mad at us for not getting riddles, we are like 10 intelligence people playing 10 intelligence characters.
I am dumb as a man. You think that my stupid ass frog is gonna know what to do? As a person, I'm an idiot.
Don't worry,
This is
Lauren will
not
get
how
revealed
this
today.
works. I got a 20 on perception.
19.
Okay, so those combined are definitely enough. As you get closer, you notice that the top tower definitely has, I'll say, more windows on it, and more like a balcony even. It doesn't really look like it's a prison tower. It seems too open for that. It's also big. And central for what it's
Okay.
worth.
I'm gonna hop on in that. I think that's probably our best.
So
bet there.
you fly, landing on the balcony, And as you'd kind of expect from Rayleus, it seems to be some sort of throne room. He is there, sitting kind of like
What? Wait, hold on. You can't just casually be like, oh yeah, the
well,
big
no,
guy,
that's
he's
very much
in
the
there.
vibe
Anyway.
that I'm giving off. I said that intentionally. He's sitting on the throne, but kind of like laying across it, like, you know, like sideways, like just like chilling.
I hate this guy.
The sound goddess, though you don't know it's the sound goddess yet, and, you know, the audience knows, so I'm going to say that. The sound goddess is kind of like standing behind him in a much more serious pose. He seems to be like eating grapes, like he's just chilling. And then he kind of looks over to you guys and goes,
chill like that.
skipped all the lower floor. That was a waste of time on my part.
You need to allocate your resources better, Buster.
Everyone here can fly. You knew everyone.
Fight me in the sky. That's
You
right.
went in through the entrance originally, and then I had plans for if you were flying, but then you left and came back in. It's frustrating, but whatever.
You can't predict what we're gonna do if we don't even
You know what? That's fair. I respect
Why were you
that enough.
Italian all of a sudden?
I'm gonna turn back to Goodbin and be like, dude, I don't think that's the flex that you think.
It's a flex. What of it?
I don't know if you want to be saying that out loud to Taggo. That's okay.
It was our plan all along.
You can't predict what we're doing if we're too dumb to know what to do.
This is kind of gross, but you know what? I'm gonna go with it. When has that ever stopped me before?
Can I actually say something to him?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I kind of want to play mind games with him.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell him, just in his mind, no one else's, you're being played.
Okay. This is like he knows it's coming from you, right? That's how the okay.
Yeah.
You see like a very faint glance over to you as if like he heard you. But that's pretty much all you can get right now. The sound goddess steps away as you guys are talking to the back of the throne room where there's a very weird structure kind of poking out of the ground. Roll a medicine check on it, actually. Yep.
A medicine check?
Yep.
All of us?
This is just kind of a
22.
22, that's enough. SG knowing
Oh!
Oh, okay.
That's
well,
20.
you guys definitely know.
15.
It seems to be sort of the ending of what looks like a brain stem, a gigantic one in the back of the throne room, and the sound god with some sort of like sonic signals that she's emitting. This seems to be the thing that is controlling it. They're basically jacked directly into its nervous system and are manipulating it that way, which is how they're moving it while it's dead.
Ah.
Can I don't want to talk to him or anything. Can I just look around and see if the ghost of the god is still there, like seeing what they're doing in his body?
I feel like you're actually...
He's
Yeah,
like,
you know what?
dickheads.
You said you don't want to talk to him, but I'm making the executive decision as a DM that you're not getting rid of him anytime soon. So,
Oh, great.
You
I'm being
summoned him.
haunted by this
You
fucker
summoned
now.
him. You're not getting rid of him now. Yeah, he looks pissed.
Wait, does that mean that I could still hear him in my head then? Like I can't get rid I accidentally reinstituted
At least
the
for
god
now.
in my head.
I mean, you know he doesn't really like you, but at the moment you're kind of, you know, one of the best options.
Is this a abridged version? Piccolo and Kami in his head just talking like, dude.
Don't know what that's a reference to, but I'll accept it.
Alright. Can I just hear that he's not happy, or does he say anything specific?
Nothing to save me doing the voice, because I feel like I might have to do it more later. He's angry. There's nothing specific that provides you information. He's just ranting.
Okay. Great. I don't suppose there's any way for
Someone
us
in
to
chat
talk
said
this
he's
out.
inside your head while you're inside his head, and I like that very much, actually. Good job, Holy Cafe. Rayleus pauses at that, kind of just looks at him and goes, No, I'm doing my thing now. I mean, you saw we're well into the plan.
I mean, we are here to accept your surrender.
He just kind of he looks over at Goodbid.
Goodbid?
He looks over at
What are
Goodbid.
you doing, buddy?
No.
That's a shame. Hey, it never hurts to ask, you know.
Can I try something? I really want to try this thing.
Yeah.
Can I just look at Rayleus and say, leave? I'm casting Dissonant Whispers to make him run away.
Okay, you can certainly try. Let me get my dice. I'm assuming there's a saving throw for that one.
Yeah.
So I could legendary resistance it.
It is a wisdom saving throw. And my spell save DC is like crazy. I think it's like 19 now.
Where's my d20? There it is. Oh, this
It's-
is a soft.
It's actually
sucks.
18.
It's not going to work very well for rolling dice. Hold on. This Xbox controller box will be fine. Okay. Ha, nope, he's fine. He
Damn
rolled
it.
high.
What did he
got
get?
a 17 plus bonuses I won't tell you. So, he's fine.
Whatever.
I'm gonna look at the. You wouldn't happen to have taken Polnaros or anything, did you?
He
Prophius.
It's Polnaros
Fair.
to him. Please don't anger the man who is resurrected my
he
dead
looks
god.
at you kind of confused and goes, no, oh, believe me, if I had the way to do that, I would have done that a while ago. No, I didn't do that one. Is he missing?
Do you know?
No!
No.
Mm-mm.
You guys are really bad liars.
I wanted to know if you had done anything to him.
We're
because
very
he had
good
been-
liars, actually.
He'd been a little bit off lately. He'd just been
No,
weird,
nothing
so.
like that. My whole plan, it's a little more simple than that. I'm just, I'm gonna, the canyon under Rift Reach, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna flood the whole thing, and turn that into my new palace. That's gonna be fun.
Wow.
Oh, that's like really anticlimactic. Like, there's really not much
He-
down there. We
Big
were
plan.
there.
He looks at you annoyed and goes, no, I think it's a good plan. It's gonna be cool. Take over the city where I came from.
You resurrected a dead god just so you
I'm
could
gonna
make a
kill all
big-ass
of you in the
fool?
process.
I mean, honestly,
Wow.
Rayleus,
You resurrected a dead god and killed 6 gods so that you could make
honestly,
a big
Cliff,
ass
I'm gonna
fool?
say something. It's unpopular. I'm actually disappointed. I'm disappointed. This was not what I was
He
expecting.
He stands up from his throne fire and goes, "Okay, yeah, no, we're not gonna have any of that. This is my palace. I'm winning." He claps his hands.
We have been hurting this guy's pride.
That's literally all you've done to this man all season. He claps his hands.
You're like, shut the
The
fuck
room
up.
goes dark, as you've seen. Well, not that you remember much of it, but as you've seen from the absence many times. However, this time, instead of things vanishing, more things actually appear, as next to Rayleus appears the goblin, injured, but kind of like still sort of... the goblin is basically using its pain aura to sort of replace the limbs that were removed, but it does not look happy about it.
Hey.
Oh, hey, we fucked you up.
There is
Yeah.
also... The sound goblin's already there. The absent is presumably there. And there is a, like, weird sort of swamp monster-esque mass of mushrooms
You
and fungus.
motherfucker.
Huh.
You motherfucker. Oh, you motherfucker.
I don't think this is going the... I don't think this is
Oh,
going the direction that you think it is.
motherfucker.
I don't think this is going the direction that you think it is.
I really hope not. I hope to God not.
That seems to be some sort of... It doesn't really look like it's actively doing a lot, but it seems to be some, part of the decay god. And, interestingly, Mercury. Unconscious, though. Not, part... Just kind of dumped onto the ground in front.
Okay.
Well, he's not dead, so that's a plus.
You want to toss us that one?
Yeah. Tell you what, you toss us that one, we'll fuck off.
Hey, we'll get out of your hair.
We'll get out of your hair for now. We really just came back for him, and then we were gonna leave. This right now, we're not doing this right now. Can we just get him?
Rayleus looks very, actually, kind of genuinely surprised at that, as do some of the other, the other ones of the God Curse that seem to be able to express emotion. Looks kind of surprised. He goes, "Are you serious? I made this whole thing set up for team fight and you just want to take him and go. I did a lot.
Dude, I have had so much today. Okay, I'm here. You're not getting a reaction out of me. I want my hot merman, and we're gonna fuck off.
We will be back.
We'll be back.
We'll be back.
Don't worry.
We'll put a pin in it.
Scheduled. Just not today, man. I've had a rough fucking day. I really don't want to do this right now. Can we dip? We'll reschedule. Your people can get in contact with my people. They'll tell you to fuck off, and I'll show up when I want to, and then we're gonna go. All right?
You hear after saying Rayleus kind of just looks surprised and more than a little disappointed that all of his supervillain work has kind of just been brushed off. However, from like a side sort of like staircase, sort of almost like a hallway that maybe leads to, you hear a very unexpected sound. Hooves, as a familiar white horse trots into the room with, as much as a horse can look sad, a sad look on its face, her face.
Friday, what are you doing here?
Hi, Friday. What are you doing?
Friday looks, slowly across all of you, and I believe I said she had some sort of telepathic communication as well. Kind of just sort of grants the card and goes, "My apologies, but this was something that had to happen."
Friday.
I'm like literally about to cry.
Here's the weirder thing.
Here's
the weirdest
fucking
thing.
traitor.
At this, Rayleus looks over at Friday and kind of throws his hands up and goes, What's happening here? Who let a horse into... Did I miss something?
Friday, what's going on here?
Friday does not speak and kind of just sort of walks over to another side of the room and seems to just sort of wait there for something to happen. As Rayleus turns over to you guys and goes, "Seriously, why did you bring a horse? Does the horse have a function? You can't ride a horse in a building."
Rayleus, this is a sick joke. I don't think this one's that funny.
You can insight check
Friday's
it if you
not
want.
you? Yeah, you know what? I'm
Nat 20. Perfect. Good bids. Angry.
Damn,
Okay.
I got a 25.
Rayleus
At 21.
seems again genuinely just like he had a whole plan. He built this whole fortress just to screw you guys up, and now you want to leave, and now the horse used the elevator. I didn't know it knew how to do that. Yeah, he has no idea what's going on, and in fact, none of the God Cursed seem to. The only one who knows what's going on is Friday.
I actually want to make an amendment. I wasn't insight checking Rayleus. I was insight checking Friday, and I got a 21.
Okay, sure, I'll allow that. Friday does clearly know what's going on, just sort of from her demeanor. But again, as much as a horse can look sort of sad, she does, which is interesting.
This is bad because is she like a fucking prophet?
She is.
She
is
the
the goddess of fate. So the fact that she said this had to happen or something along those lines is odd.
Friday, I've had a fucking lot. I could really use with an explanation of why you're fucking
Friday kind of opens her mouth to, well, not really mouth, whatever. I'd say opens her mouth to speak, and then from sort of just everywhere in the room, you hear another voice. "I think I might be more qualified for that."
God!
Before he says another word, I want to go into Rayleus's mind again and be like, "What did I tell you?"
Rayleus actually looks at you and just starts cursing out loud in response. Just a scream of angry. But here's where things are going to get even more wild. Dream, suddenly in just kind of a flourish, manifests in the center of the room, in the middle of all of you, and sort of just starts gazing around at the people around him.
Anyone else want to show up? We got the spooky fuckhead now. What the hell is going on? You want to summon in the big metal bastard? How about the little puppet fuck? What's happening?
Dream
I
again,
just
sort
wanna
of
go
kind
home.
of laughing in his scary, raspy voice. And scene. He says in a totally normal voice.
What?
With that, Dream kind of reaches up to his cloak and with a very dramatic flourish just whips it off, the entire sort of skeleton portion under it coming with it. Revealing, strangely, a very normal-looking human, just an average, unremarkable guy. But the longer you look at him, you can tell that something is very clearly off. He seems fine at first glance, but if you linger on his face, his mouth is far bigger than it should be, facial features distorted, just clearly not the proper form that he should be taking. But otherwise, again, normal, just remarkably unsettling. And again, he just sort of looks around slowly.
Am I supposed to know who you
I'd be
are?
certainly surprised if you did, no. Yeah, I might look familiar, but God of Dreams, I might have shown up in a nightmare or two.
Very poetic. What is going on today?
Can I get my fishing leave? I don't.
What did you say, Glenn?
I said, can I get my fishing leave? I don't know.
Dream, though maybe that's not his actual name, kind of looks around at you and goes, oh, it's been so long to this point, centuries, eons of work, but here you are, all 10 together again.
Oh, this is about to get bad.
Again, the God Cursed look equally confused at what is happening here. As he sort of continues his monologue and looks around and goes, you three, pointing to you all, goes, oh, you were very easy to guide where I wanted. You 5, well, let's assume secrets is around here somewhere, but you 4 and wherever the 5th is, you were a bit tougher, but I was, I got there in the end. He holds out his hand very dramatically with a flourish, and Scully appears. He goes, oh, a necromancer's dream of immortality. Turns to you, flips his other hand, and a marionette appears out of nowhere that is strikingly similar to Kylan. A god's dream of his sister. So easy to take whatever form I need to make my missions work.
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Wait.
I've had.
Oh, wait. Whoa. We need to take several steps back because... What? Wait, what?
His God of Dreams. It's so easy. People, when they get what they want, they don't often question it, I assume you're referring to... He gestures at the marionette. Your Chaos God's memories were all jumbled up. It was so easy to take the form and then just imply he did it himself. So desperate to see his sister again, he didn't question me for a moment. And neither did you. What is a Chaos
Actually, we
God going
did
to create?
question you quite a bit.
No, not in any way that mattered. But still, look. He looks around again. He seems very pleased with everything. We've got, pointing at you, we've got death, we've got earth, we've got order, and over on this side we've got fire, we've got life, we've got air, again, secrets, chaos around here somewhere, I assume. We have water, and then, well, time and space. They're not really available anymore, but I did my best. Fate will compensate for time, and your god of travel is a substitute for space that I think will be appropriate. I'm surprised no one picked up on it, but, And now, interestingly, as he's been speaking, you notice it seems less and less like he's talking to you all, as he sort of drifts his gaze more up to the skies. He goes, all together again! If this doesn't catch your attention, nothing will. I'm so sorry for stringing you all along.
I don't know if you noticed, but
No,
not
not yet, there's not. Oh, but there will be. I wish I couldn't resist a little hint. I told your changeling nothing was coming. Oh, and the beacon has been lit.
Beacon?
What exactly?
Oh, I think I'll keep that a little surprise for
Is this-
myself. I doubt it'll take long.
Oh.
Like somewhere deep in the bag of holding, I'm just like subconsciously pushing Jared down deeper.
So this was some kind of grand scheme to bring all this Godforce together in one spot, huh? That's all this was for.
All it was for might be a little bit of an understatement, but that was the core. That was the core of the plan, yes. And again, I led you all into your respective positions, brought you here. I'm surprised you didn't pick up on there being one of each of you. I tried to throw in some fake outs along the way, but it all landed here.
I mean, to be completely honest, we really did not care that there was one of each of us here. It was not something that interests us very much at all.
I just wanted to go home, man!
And I am sorry for stringing you along, but it needed to happen.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying that you did kind of talk to all of us individually and almost as if you were promising us. I'm speaking to Dream, but I'm also speaking to Rayleus. It's almost like you talked to us all individually and basically promised us everything that we would, all of the revenge we were seeking and anything that we could ever want. And it was all just to play into whatever scheme you had. Is that right?
He nods. It's worth noting at this point that Dream does not seem like... He seems very content to just answer questions at this time. He's not like... He doesn't seem like he's getting ready for a fight in any sense. He's just here.
So was there a step 2 to your master plan here, or was it just get a bunch of people for a powwow?
Powwow in a room. You're free to leave.
We're all here.
I don't think that is true, though.
I'd like to approach Mercury.
You can't.
Can I?
Rayleus and the God Cursed seem more shocked than anything and don't stop you. Dream, as you step forward, Dream's like gestures to him on the ground.
Cool. I'm gonna drag him by us. We'll just grab our friend real quick
before we head out, so we can kind of regroup on all of this. You wouldn't have happened to do anything to Prophecy, would you?
Oh, he did meddle in my plans a little bit. I perhaps shouldn't have taken the form of someone so close to him. He's predisposed at the moment for meddling too much. I could have tried to use him in the plot, but I figured I'd just lead him on his own little quest, away from you all.
You got any info on where that might be, or are we just back to square one on that front?
I suppose you might need something to occupy you in the end of days, so I'll let you figure that puzzle out for yourself.
End of days? What is... Friday, I'm saying the telepathically.
I'm sorry.
Friday, what is going on?
Friday again looks at you with a sort of sad expression on her face. Roll an insight check.
Like, I'm like begging her. I'm like, Friday, please tell us what's going on. 22.
22. You know what? 22 is good enough. You get a very, very, very quick sort of telepathic communication from Friday, actually. No one else gets this. He says, "It's happened before. I don't want it to happen again. That's all I can tell you."
That's it? That's not like a lot. It's not like a lot at all. It's not very helpful. It happened before, but it can happen. Did it happen to us before?
A few others. Many.
Well, are you just sacrificing us? You were our friend. You were our best friend.
It pains me to do so, but I have faith and hope that you might be able to solve this eventually, and your risk is worthwhile, as hard as it may be to understand.
We came back for you. Don't make me regret that.
Friday looks at you again, sort of genuinely seems to be very sort of torn up about this, considering her options. Says, "I've come back for you."
Does Goodbit hear any of this, or is that just a...
This is an SG thing right now. Unless SG has
and...
started to talk out loud, which I can say you can do if you want. Again, Dream is not acting to stop any of you from doing this, so...
Man.
So do you want to tell us your master plan and monologue some more?
You keep saying nothing is coming. What the hell does that even mean?
What, are we just going to disappear? Are you going to send your buddy to come and take us like you did the old man?
Dream waves his hand and conjures a simple chair in the middle of the sort of circle and sits down. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have, but again, you're free to go.
I'm honestly going to say I hate you way more than I ever hated Rayleus. And I really, it's not that I even hated Rayleus. He was just annoying as fuck, but you're more annoying somehow.
I was threatening.
Not really. If we're being honest, you were not that. That's why it was so easy to make fun of you, because you thought you were very threatening and not really.
We were about to leave. You're in a spike castle in the corpse of a god that used to talk to me, man. You're
like, and we don't care. Like, do you see how like unthreatening you are? You're in the skull of his dead god, and we do not care.
Dream actually now in his more less overdramatic form, kind of chuckles at that, seemingly amused by the notion. Rayleus looks outraged.
It's so easy to mess with that guy.
Yeah. He was a pawn. He was a pawn this whole time, so...
And I literally told him that. I told him it was being played, and I was like, I told you so.
I would like to literally cast cantrip throughout this conversation.
Just finger gunning.
Just to SG and the Panda, because I don't got mind powers. Basically saying, like, at any moment, I can get us all out of here. Just know that.
And Mercury too?
Dream interjects, seemingly having heard your communication.
What? Who's ratting on us?
Dream seemingly having heard your communication. Was, again, you don't need an escape plan. You're free to go.
I don't.
Don't you need us here for some beacon?
You understand, Mr. Goodbid. I've won. The plan is complete. You failed. There's nothing you can do.
Okay.
Goodbid doesn't lose.
Okay,
I'm afraid he just
talking
did.
Among players, real quick. I think I remember Dream saying something about, like, he can't die. And I think he's trying to get as close to death as he can, which would just be, like, erasing everything.
You're saying this in play to players, not okay.
To the player.
Player to player.
Because
not in game.
Nathan can't flip through his notes fast enough. But I swear I remember him.
I'll tell you as the DM, and also he did say something along the lines of that. For this, confirming the thing, not giving hints, but confirming the thing you already said, so you don't have to flip through notes for it.
I'm gonna look at. I'm just gonna keep calling.
My name is Callum. If you'd like to call me anything else.
I don't really want to do that.
Okay, Dream. You gonna tell us who you're calling? I know you said nothing, but
he sort of pauses for a second, kind of is in thought. He goes, "Well, they're not really much for names, as best I can tell. That's not sort of what they're about. Historically, the few who have encountered them have just referred to them as the blank."
Can I do something? I want to roll to see how good this illusion is. I want to make a minor illusion, but I'm hoping it's far enough away. What would I roll to be like my illusion is as accurate as it can possibly be?
Tell me what you're trying to do so that I can...
I want to kind of guess what this black stone thing would be, because I remember Doc saying it's part of the time machine. And time and space are something that's not here. But time machine, this is a piece of a time machine. Maybe this is important.
I will tell you, I mean, so one, he did say he was basically approximating time and space with Friday and Mercury. That was his goal with that. He said he couldn't get them for whatever reason that he did not explain. Fate was the stand-in for time, and he hoped that travel would be the stand-in for space. But you haven't seen the thing, so no.
I was going to be like, I was gonna try to be like,
you can say like a small. You can give the description that Doc did, but like. If you try to minor illusion something that you've gotten like 2 lines of description on, like that's not gonna be anything.
That's why I was like minor illusion, and it's so far away.
Go into like a stupid AI art generator, type in the 2 lines of description you've gotten, and try to do that. Yeah.
And then be like, this thing right here that's so far away, it's like 2 pixels. You want this?
I want to turn to Rayleus. And go, now Rayleus, listen. No need to sugarcoat it. We fucking hate each other. It's just the way it is. But we're both being played like fools by this clown over here. What say you to me if we just this once, together, kick this guy out of the game? Then we can get back to hating each other. Huh?
I give you 1 hour. He's dead. You're dead.
But we gotta work together.
I'm like, can I hear you say this?
Yeah, out loud.
Like, good bit. Make him sign contract. We cannot do this deal without contract.
If you would just take a couple moments. We work together. 1 hour.
No loopholes. No loopholes.
I want to. While they're discussing with Rayleus the terms of our agreement here, can Glib just be kind of thinking and just, what are you getting out of this?
You're asking.
Why did you want this?
I'm going to call him Callum, so he's more distinct from
Dream.
the Sandman. You call him what you want. I'm giving him a name that's not Sandman.
Yeah.
But you're just what? You asking what he gets from it? Okay.
Yeah. What are you getting?
He drifts
out of this?
over to
Why
you.
do this?
And goes, "You're on some undead monstrosity frog thing. Do you dream? I'm honestly not sure."
I don't sleep.
Then this might be difficult to explain. Did you dream before you were this? Do you have any sensation of what that's like? It can be a beautiful thing, yes. A chance to experience something different for a while. When I stumbled upon the throne, it was a gift. I was a poet, you know. I was a poet.
You're trying to wake up.
I used my writing for inspiration, my dreams for inspiration for my writing. It was wonderful. I became very, very successful. You've probably never heard of me. This was a very long time ago. But the powers, they grow. They grow. And eventually you'll lose yourself. If you all had the chance to grow, you would as well. Do you know what happens when you lose yourself to a dream? Forced into nightmares that mean nothing, living entire lives to have them ripped away from you when you wake for centuries! I've been trapped in a state of the most uncertain existence you can ever have. But I know things, dreams, they can teach you, they can give you visions. And if I destroy everything, if nothing exists, then I can be certain of what is real.
This is a bad plan.
Is it? What would you have me do?
Rayleus, your boathouse is never gonna exist with this guy around. You catching all that? Sign here.
So here's what
Can I just go to the brainstem thing, and go to the sound person and be like, can you help me out here, please? Can you just like have it release Skyskimmer, the ship that it's being held in things. Thank you.
As this, I'll do good bits thing first. Rayleus was just kind of staring at Dream as he did that whole monologue to Glib, and like without taking his eyes off, he just like reaches out, takes the contract, signs it, hands it back.
Let him doing business.
Can I Unbreaking, still looking at Dream, just kind of go, would killing you do anything?
What do you think? Think I haven't tried?
We haven't.
Would killing you stop what's coming?
Kill me.
I don't give a fuck about you. I want to know if I can save them. Would killing you stop this?
He leans in to Glim and goes, I'm Dreams. If something lives, I live. You can't kill me.
Fuck.
It's not worth it. We have to start planning. We have to get out of here, and we have to warn everybody that nothing is coming. And we don't know what that means, but we can't stop it. Can we, Friday?
Friday shakes her head.
What's done is done. It will happen if we kill him, if he lives. It's already been set in motion.
Well, then what the hell's the point of all this?
That is a good question. Let's ask the voice in the sky. What the fuck is the point?
At the moment, you guys don't know.
I'm still trying to figure shit out from Dream. I'm gonna.
Let me turn that off. Continue.
What happens now?
Wait.
Do we have an amount of time? Do we wait for just the nothing to show up? Do you know how long that'll be?
Well, he seems like genuinely interested by the question. All sense of anger that you got from him in his speech a moment ago is totally gone. Just, information on them shortcoming. They might get here in stages. You would see one or two early scouts before the rest arrive. We're waiting, I suppose.
What if it's not an... I have something to say to him. What if everything you've done here is not enough? What if the god of fate and the god of travel is not enough to simulate time and space? What if you need time and space?
He looks.
Then what do you do?
Again, kind of genuinely, like, intrigued. Like, he's just having a discussion about his plan now, as someone who is pretty assured in his own victory. Another good question, really. I mean, time and space, they're gone. Those gods. If any trace of their power exists in the world, I don't know it. So, I imagine this will be as close as I can get, and I'll just have to hope it works. As I said, if this doesn't attract their attention, nothing will.
Well, I ain't just gonna wait around and find out. And who the hell kind of guy am I just to think you can't die just because you say so?
Again, an excellent point. You have no reason to trust me.
Can I turn? I'm gonna turn to SG and Goodbid, and go. I have a plan. It's a very bad plan, and we're gonna have to leave a lot of shit behind.
I understand that before we enact your bad plan, which I feel like is good enough plan. You're the only one that I know went to school. Did you learn anything at school about this at all? If this has happened before,
not a single goddamn thing. No.
Are you kidding me?
Do I need to do a roll for this?
You have not
Matt,
told me what you were thinking. I don't know what you need to roll. You haven't told me what it is.
Like, I'm trying to tell Panda,
what I
hey,
have learned
do you remember
just the situation in general. Situation in general, no, you would not know what this is.
I'm trying to, like, tell Panda in character, hey, do you remember that time your friend opened that book and opened up time?
Oh, Flash.
You didn't know
I don't
about
know
time,
if he told you, but
something with time.
Remember, Flash stopped time.
He did stop time. So I'm trying to be like, hey, do you remember anything about this at all?
Yeah.
I was in that episode.
Flash stopped time, but I don't know if stopping time
Did he show you the book?
Is
you
the
saw
goal
the book,
here.
Right?
He did see the book.
So you did see the symbol with the 10 spheres instead of 8. So you might be able to make a connection that it was something time god related for sure.
Your friend stopped time.
Yes.
With a book?
With a book. Like the book that I got that connected us to this fucking guy.
You know, not to state the obvious, but time seems like something that we're running out of. If we could get our hands on that, that would be pretty useful. You know what that?
Yes.
Oh my god! Wait, hold on. Okay, so sending Barry. I'm going to use a bunch of these my sorcery points to get a 3rd level spell slot back, and sending Barry and be like, Barry, you're in library. Find book on time, on time travel, maybe.
Barry was in the library like 2 days ago. You have no idea where he is now.
He's in the maze part where they found that book,
You don't know
right?
if he's still there. That was like 2 days ago.
Oh right,
He was also in the infinite maze part that we needed the guy I killed to get out.
And also, Bowenberg is destroyed now.
Can I pull aside?
I literally just assumed he was still there.
That's a great way of thinking. We're on the right track. I get where you're going. I don't want to say this loud enough for Dream to hear us.
Like 5 feet.
You literally
he can already hear
there.
our minds.
And seems to have some sort of
but
capabilities because he heard Goodbit's message.
Ugh. I thought because he could tell because he was finger gunning the message.
He has some sort of mental ability like you in a way.
I need you guys to follow me, and I need you to do it now.
Okay.
And I can't explain how we're going.
Okay.
Okay.
Rayleus, our hour carries over. We'll be.
Yep. I'm gonna grab. Can we grab
Mercury?
Mercury, and we'll see you when nothing arrives. And hop on stick and fly down to Skyskimmer.
Yeah, you can.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna turn to everyone and say I can't speak until we are out of range and everyone is awake.
All right.
We need to leave, and I need to make sure that no one is asleep and nobody can hear us.
Okay.
Let's do it. Better plan than any.
We need to wake him up. We need to wake wake Mercury up right now.
Mercury! And I cast healing word.
Capable of doing that. I'll say you don't even need to do the spell. Looking at him, you're like kind of in a position where you can do that more. He is asleep. It seems Dream probably put him to sleep and brought him up there.
Yeah.
Is
he mystically asleep? Like we can't wake him up?
Whether he was mystically asleep before, he's out of whatever influence now, so you can wake him up easily. Is my point.
Yeah. I'm gonna grab him and just shake him and shit. Mercury!
Huh? What?
Yeah.
Oh. I feel like I missed something.
You missed a lot.
We're on Skyskimmer. We need to be at Rift Reach now.
He kind of looks around, processes that the ship is in tentacles, and without saying a word, he just kind of like pauses again, nods, quickly rushes to the wheel. He goes, "Everyone, hold on. I'm gonna try something new that I've been working on. Careful." And you see his hands kind of start to glow. And he quickly grabs the wheel, spins it, the glow transferring. This swirl then kind of covers the entire portion of the ship slowly. And suddenly, when the glow fades, you are in front of the thing, out of its tentacles, having teleported farther out.
Very nice.
Amazing. I need you to get us high, and I need you to get us to Rift Reach as
again,
quickly as you
nodding
possibly
without
can.
saying a word. Kind of obviously concerned by what's going on, but understanding the urgency enough to not question it, the ship starts flying at a faster pace than you have seen before. It will still. It's not immediate, but it will. You know, you are on the way, so you can talk amongst yourselves, and we can just say you skip to a safe distance if you want.
Okay.
You know, talk as you said.
I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna be scurrying around the ship, making sure everything is awake. We're not in the range of anything that could be asleep. We're not in the range of anything that Dream could hear. Because I don't know if he can be able to hear all of us from where we are.
You seem fine.
Okay. I'm gonna put Stick down on the table, and go. Do you still have?
Yes,
do you
of
still
course.
have Jared?
I dig him out of my bag of holding.
We need to bring these to Doc right now, and we need to go back and kill this motherfucker before he became the god of
This is fantastic
dreams.
plan. Don't know how you could say this is bad plan.
Because I have no idea.
I think I have another layer of your plan. We need to destroy that throne. We need to make sure nobody can become the god of dream.
Mercury also speaks up at this point and goes, I have no idea what's going on, but if you're talking about the time machine, I think I was there for that. Isn't there a third piece of it?
That is true. We need to find a third piece. Where can... Wait, I am like god of earth. I feel like I must have some kind of rock power. Asking voice in the sky.
I thought you were the god of... Yeah, I thought...
I am like a god in the earth domain.
That is true.
And I got nothing for rocks.
I'm not, like... You want to use your power to search the entire continent for one thing that is something weird and magic that has been described to you as looking like a rock. That's a bit above your power level right now.
All right.
Then we might need to talk to Duck about where to find that third piece.
I mean, like, the only other place that we could look for something rock like that, or something rock like would be maybe is east, because there's a lot of rocks there, and there's something that's rock like. Maybe it ended up there, but maybe Doc has better idea. If he had a good idea, why didn't he just tell us when we were first there?
Because we're surrounded by Dream, the guy who we are going to try and go and kill.
I'll give you a reminder of what Doc said specifically, since I did tell you. The purpose that the crystal was designed to align timelines. The stick was navigational, and the rock thing was a power source. And he specifically said that the reason that he couldn't just divination magic it or use stick to find it is because the magical power that it sort of circulates messes with magical energy around it.
Okay.
I'm also pretty sure Ease is, if we're following the map, in the Earth domain.
That is true, but the only other place that we know it messes, that there's weird magic stuff, is a Ragdis, but we have already kind of solved the mystery there, and nobody heard of a weird rock.
I mean, bottom line, if we're believing in this dream guy, he says that this stuff is happening regardless, and if we have access to a time machine, that sounds like our best bet.
Who is the oldest person we know?
Yeah.
Is Skeezful the oldest person we know?
It would definitely be Callisto. And or Providence.
Callisto?
Yeah.
Oh, we have to go talk to that guy again. That sucks.
Either way, we got to get to Rift Reach. We got to talk to the gang.
We need to talk to Doc and Callisto.
And Callisto, stat.
I don't think I have any skill slots for that. I don't. I really don't.
And take a nap, maybe. But I don't know how fast. I don't know how many. Can I make some kind of check to see, like? Well, I guess the ship isn't even the problem anymore.
By the way, since people mentioned this in chat, I just want to point out, I am now canonizing the first breakpoints happens about now. A little,
now?
like a day or two out from this, maybe. Probably like 12 hours to a day out from this is when the first breakpoints happens.
Yeah. I just realized now I could message Zalkus at any time. I could sending it because it's a creature I'm familiar with, and it's from me. He would not like it, but he would show up.
Definitely, I would. If you message Zalkus, I would text Evan and be like, "Yo, this is what SG said." And you get no context. What's your response?
I feel like Zilkis, have you that's just casting a wide net. Have you come in contact with strange crystal rock-like thing that has
Are you
strange
actually
power
doing this, or are
making-
you just saying it would be funny if?
I think it'd be funny if I did that. I also don't have the spell slots, so I think I will
keep it on the back burner for later, maybe.
I will put it on the back burner for later. If it ends up that Evan can come in a future episode, I will say that was canon. I did that. And I will also drop my location too. Like, I'm going to this location, so if you know any information, please come.
Don't mind me just texting my sworn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
My nemesis.
Like, hey, you want to get coffee?
That's actually Matt. Somebody in the chat just said, now that we're actually on the way to Rift Reach and have a plan, now might be the best time for our
actually fair.
bathroom
That is
break.
fair. We can do bathroom break now. So yeah, we will return in a couple minutes to kind of figure out the rest of what's going on.
We have a plan.
You guys see
God,
why
we
have our headache.
Flabbergasted.
You guys know what was going on. Well, some of it, not all of it. You know like 1/3, but that's more than you've ever known before. Anyway, I'm gonna throw us to our starting soon screen. We will see you guys in a minute. Before we get back into the plan, Spotify question from Momo.
Yeah.
Remind me what it was this week. I actually don't remember.
Technically last week.
Never mind. I do remember what that was.
Asking our audience, how do you think Skeezville is going to die? And we only took responses that were before the episode aired. That way no one could be like, he doesn't actually die, blah, 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 blah. But technically, I guess we could take responses because
they can be
he
funny.
didn't actually
They can be funny responses, but only the only ones that we're counting as predictive are the ones that were put in before that.
Exactly. So many people literally just said Nat 1. Like, so many people, so many of our young nightmares are just Nat 1. And I feel like that's accurate. A couple of other people were just like, for example, I love this username, Joshant. Like, said Glib casts Eldritch Blast and hits the ceiling, causing a chunk of debris to squish his
I
head.
like how specific it is.
That is very
so
specific.
Wrong, but specific.
And I really like the very specific ones. The specific ones are hilarious. Like Ty LV says, I think Glib is gonna stub his toe and like some like Rube Goldberg machine are gonna fall, and eventually something heavy will fall on Skeezville, or it's gonna be a Final Destination style hilarious death.
I love it.
A big fan of that one.
Big fan. No notes.
Yeah.
Let me trip and fucking murder him. He's gonna come back.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Secret is gonna give him back. I'm gonna trip, knock something over, and it's just gonna fucking.
An option
Hey guys, I'm back. Squish.
An option I considered that I'm not doing, so I can tell you, was because he is invisible. Like technically, he's not dead. He's just sort of out of phase with reality in a way. I considered having him just be with you on stick and fall off because Glib messed up the piloting. I'm not going with that,
Like,
but it was one of the options that I ran through.
At least 30% of the responses are something related to Eldritch Blast.
That makes sense. That tracks.
I do use that too much. That does make sense.
Oh, that's so nice.
A nice one?
Brian Barrett says Glib kills him to save him.
Oh, like a mercy
So I'm
kill.
assuming, yeah.
Oh god, I wouldn't call that nice, Momo, but I'll.
I mean, like I was thinking that
That's sweet.
like kills him so that like something else couldn't take his soul.
Yeah,
That's fair.
That's what I was
That's what I
thinking.
missed. It's something, right? It's something. Better
Yeah.
than some alternatives, I guess.
Matthew Perazoo says Skeezville's going to trip down the stairs over stick. That's not funny. That's not funny, but it is funny.
That's good. I like that.
All of these are still technically in play. It's entirely.
These are all
possible.
just giving Matt ideas.
We're just giving Matt ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You laugh.
But we can't read all of the responses. I mean, I guess if we ever do a Patreon, we would respond to all of the ones we did.
Oh, maybe don't say that because then people are gonna put in 1 billion of them on purpose. Never say you'll respond. Never say you'll respond to everything people send you. Never do that. Oh God.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I didn't say that. We're editing this out of the podcast.
We will respond to more of them. More of them we'll do if we get a Patreon.
We'll do more of them. Yeah, we'll do more of them. But just so you know, for this week's episode that was just posted, what's today? Friday? 2 days ago on Wednesday. The question is, what do you think Goodbid's real name is? And you can go ahead and answer that question on our Spotify for Godforce Session 8, which was, wow, why did I forget the name of Session 8?
It's on the screen.
Oh, God. God curse. I'm not looking at the screen. I'm
largely
looking at
fake out supervillain team.
Yeah, that we patented the name for so they can't use it legally.
I mean, they're still in play, but they were mostly to make you think that the fight was going to go different.
Yeah,
Goodbid's real name is right on this page.
Ooh. That's great.
It's right
Mail
here.
it to my P.O. box, Nathan.
One response.
Written in the top corner.
I think I'm going to read just one
okay.
because I read it at like 1 a.m. in the morning. Well, 1 a.m. obviously. I was laughing inconsolably for a solid 5 minutes. I don't know why I found this so funny. But Darth Xerxes said his name is Ulysses G. Bidness. And I
like that. It's catchy.
I don't know why. That was the funniest thing I've ever read.
Ulysses
at 1 a.m.
G. Business is pretty great.
I think it just suited him so well.
That's pretty good.
That would be good.
That one, it really tickled me pink, gonna say.
Someone said...
But please, give us more.
Someone in chat said this episode should be called What the Fuck. I would like to point out that there is already one in Season 1 called We Fucked Up. So maybe that's a little...
Yeah.
This happens a lot, you know?
In my mind, Goodbid is a corporate persona that he is just embodied.
Well, I'm still...
Oh, also, eventually. If anyone is curious, I did text Evan, who plays Zalkus, exactly what I said about, hey, did you find a weird black rock? And this is his response.
Oh, he responded already?
If I can make some money at this point, I don't give a fuck who I have to work with.
Okay. I know.
I mean, that did not answer the question.
Evan has a whole... He knows what Zalkus is doing when you... Like, he has been planning. So... That is a genuine answer, I'm sure. He's probably fallen upon... I need to text him and ask what the status is, because it sounds like he's fallen upon some hard times.
I feel like he's luring SG into a trap, which is so funny because SG does not really think of this as a trap at all.
No, it's
just openly asking him to come to the place that they are currently located, and if he has alternatives, then he has alternatives. But in SG's mind, there's no reason why he would have.
I'll see if I can get.
He would feel this way.
No promises whatsoever, because this was something that was just talked about like 5 minutes ago. I will see what I can do about getting Evan on next week if we want.
That'd be so cool.
I'll see what I can do. But again, no promises, because I have not talked to him about this at all. But I will see. Yeah. I will see what I can do.
Maybe SG dies. Maybe Zalkus dies.
Maybe you all die.
Maybe I have to play 2 characters at the same time because he brings Bellows.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, shall we continue the plan, or what remnants of a plan you have?
Yeah, we gotta go to the
retreat right now.
I just assumed we would just be back.
I think that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, unless you have anything you want to do on the way, we can time skip to you arriving in the city.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you want us to role play us telling them what happened, or just say we did, because there was a lot.
We'll. I'm assuming you're just kind of, and correct me if you want to do anything differently. But the way I see this going is, especially for the sake of time, you just bursting into the sort of main room where everybody's working, finding Callisto and Doc, I would assume as well, and just kind of vomiting everything that happened immediately without any hesitation. Okay, good. That fits.
For
that fits
flavor,
in character.
Pretty much.
Flavor, I want to say that something psychics can do is just like touch foreheads and just like exchange memories.
You ever seen Death Note? You know when he touches the Death Note and he gets all of his memories back and it's like overwhelming and there's like flashing shit all over the place? That's what happens. Just
one, sure. Two,
there you go. You have
one, I'll allow it. But two, you can't just say, for flavor, I want to canonize this entirely new power for a whole faction.
No,
you can't just do that.
Like, for flavor, I want it to be like, that's how
you can. Again, I will allow it in this case, but it was very funny phrasing.
For canon, we beat the shit out of Dream.
Okay.
For flavor, Dream dies.
Hey,
for
he'd
flavor,
be fine with that
dead.
if you could make that work. That would fix everything. Session's over. Season's over. Regardless, after you do this, I'm gonna say Mercury came with you, by the way, just so you kind of brief him at the same time. Callisto just kind of looks at you for like 2 solid minutes of silence, and it's just, what?
Yes. So now we need to build that time machine. Where's that damn black rock? Let's get this thing cooking.
Doc has left, frantically looking through some books and notes and things that were like a desk away, seeming to look for some sort of information on it, but is not speaking on it yet. Callisto kind of looks at him, makes sure he's doing the work, and then looks back at you guys and goes, "So you don't have any information on what is coming necessarily? Just that something is
nothing."
Well, Dream did say they were called the Blank.
Callisto does not seem to recognize the name, which is worrying for Callisto, who knows a whole bunch of things.
Are you serious, dude? You're like the oldest person we've ever met. You're ancient and you don't know?
Doc, at this point, kind of rushes back over and goes, "I have a theory! It's a working theory, of course. I have no idea that this is accurate or not. But you found one of the temples that you went to was a temple of a prime god, yes?
Yes.
The temple.
Yes.
Oh, yes. The death one.
Yes. The temple of the death prime god, the base of Godiyama. I have a theory that this world was created by a certain number of prime gods. I'm not sure of the exact, but they're not around anymore, and something happened to them. It could be that we're dealing with whatever is the reason that the original creators of this world no longer exist, perhaps?
The god of fate told us that it has happened and it will happen again.
Is Doc from the future?
Doc is from the future, like, yes.
Directly from the future, not like SG born in the past.
Doc time traveled back from a future.
Okay, then Doc, you must have some memory if this happened in your past.
He kind of, again, pulls up some notes, looks through them, just... it's possible that I could have... I mean, there could have been something that... there's a lot of things that happen. I don't have a history of everything on hand. I feel like if this was something that happened in the past, I would certainly remember it. This seems like a quite notable event, and I try to keep records of all those on hand. I have all the sort of causes.
Holy shit! Oh my god, they erased their existence.
Huh?
They erased their existence. That's why no one has any knowledge of them. Because they're like the blank, they're nothing. There's no information on them.
Maybe.
Wait. No, that doesn't make sense. How would he know who we are?
No, the blanks erased their existence somehow. Like there are some creatures that can like change memories and such. Maybe their special thing is that they can make nothing. Or like erase, delete. That's what's his face wants them to do to him. What if they did that to their like existence/memory for history?
Doc pipes and goes, "This seems like a very logical explanation. I think that you've got quite a good mind on you. But in my records, of course, like I said, I don't have any record of these specific entities, but I can say that in my history, it has, of course, diverged from yours significantly due to, well, many things, of course, but my presence, of course, branching time streams. You take a piece from here, interject it over here, and it branch. Well, I digress. In my records, I don't believe we ever had an event of you said 10 converging in one point. I don't believe that's ever happened in my timeline.
Great.
I'm sorry?
This is
Are you saying this is new?
I'm saying that if there was something like this, it happened in my timeline after I already left. Does that make sense?
So you don't know anything about this?
Either that or this is the bad timeline and he's from the good one where none of this happened. And we are just in the bad timeline.
I'm not.
I want to make sure that I know we just said we tell them everything, but I want to make sure that
to note something specific. Let me know.
Yeah.
Specifically, Goodbin noted Dream's real name.
Callum, yeah.
You said Callum? I wanted to ask if Callisto remembers that name.
Callisto actually does.
At all.
A poet named Callum in the past does sort of ring a bell. He was a figure that he knew. Knew of, I should say. Knew of, not knew. But he just sort of...
Did his poems suck?
Dropped. As far as I know, they were quite good, and he was of some renown. I've never been a poetry man myself.
And then I wanted to just reiterate that we still don't know where Prophet is.
Callisto kind of visibly winces at that, and he did that the first time you mentioned it as well, but doesn't seem to have any answers to the problem at the moment. Though you can tell that is very much on his mind.
Those are one of the things I wanted to make sure we got translated.
And Doc still didn't tell us where we can find the black stone.
If he has any...
Doc starts kind of looking at it. Well, it's actually quite interesting. See, I have a theory.
I really can't hear you very well, Matt. I don't know what happened.
I think my mic is being weird, because someone in chat said it was strange too, but I didn't change any of the settings. I'll scoot up a little bit and
okay, that's so much better.
Oh, did that actually fix it? Oh,
yes.
Okay, weird. I guess the 3-inch difference made something. Okay, whatever. But Doc kind of frantically starts, looking at notes, writing things down, as Doc does. It's actually quite interesting. I have the stone. I believe it is somehow connected to spatial distortion in a sense. It could be some sort of relic of the space god survived, and it could be something to do with that. We could look for something of that nature.
I'm sorry, you built a time machine and you don't know how to find the piece? And you don't know what the piece is?
Look, I know what it is. I didn't tell you in great detail because I tried, and then I believe this one, he points at Callisto, shut me up halfway through my explanation. But it is a small sort of thing. I've described it as a rock to you, I believe. That is not entirely accurate. I was trying to be quick for the sake of brevity. It's a small sphere, almost akin to a black hole, if you're similar to it, but small in that it distorts space around it, and you can use this to generate the energy necessary for time travel. But we never knew where it came from. It just sort of showed up. And we found it sometime, and it was there. So clearly there's some sort of similarities between your timeline and mine. But,
You picked up a black mystery stone, stuck it in a time machine, and hopped in?
Science is a process.
I'm just stuck on the fact... I'm stuck on the fact that that you invented time travel before you explored space.
Who said we didn't explore space?
Oh, it's so... I really do... I really enjoy hanging out with you, Doc, but sometimes it's hard. It's hard, okay? It's difficult.
Can you all right, I'm gonna do this for the benefit of the people on the stream and for my own benefit. Can you can we like put a map on the table so we can start looking for like
Yes, I will.
where that stone might be?
I will even.
Can you pull the map up?
I was about to say,
I will even pull the map up on screen.
Yeah.
Is the cave painting that we have something that we are referencing actively in the story as well?
It can be.
Also, someone is playing with their dice right into their mic.
Oh, I'm playing on my table. Sorry.
Okay.
Because if it is, I'd like to reference it and be like, well, if all these cities line up with these thrones, surely if we just head west, we'll find space.
I'm gonna point at something on the map real quick. That's a great plan. I want to know if this is something that Matt put in here on purpose.
Okay.
That little spinny thing above Franklin.
Mm-hmm. I'll know.
Is that just for flavor, or is that something weird?
For the sake of explanation, I'm going to assume Glib points at this in universe.
Yes.
Mercury actually pops in and goes, "Oh, that's the whirlpool. I got sucked in and found the air throne."
Oh, really? I thought you just decided you wanted to draw a cloud.
No, that whirlpool's been there since the beginning. It was just the whirlpool that he got sucked into.
Now that I'm like, okay, we're looking for something that causes spatial distortions, and we have something that has a constant whirlpool in the middle of the ocean.
That is a valid thought.
That teleports you to a dimension that has a throne in it.
That is a valid thought. But no, that was Mercury's whirlpool. That sounds like that's a cool name for something. But yeah, you do have. Doc actually speaks up. Doc speaks up.
Plan. Go west.
Doc's.
Go west. I mean, well past Bowenberg. I don't even know what's out there.
I hate to throw your plan out necessarily, but I do believe that this might be metaphorical in a sense. In all of my research on the theoretical possibilities of some sort of entities of time and space, they work differently mechanically, more twin gods rather than opposites. Their position outside of the circle could just represent their distance, not geographically, but in an ethereal sense.
I see.
But we've traveled in the direction of their realm and ended up in the cities that they're in.
It could work. I'm not certain. Is my point.
Okay.
Too much of a gamble to count on.
We have
time is
we have a limited amount of time. We have no idea when the Kraken's going to show up.
And we have no idea when nothing's going to show up either.
At this point, Doc kind of speaks up again and goes, on your point of space, I can tell you this. It seems like there's not much out there. There have been children's stories of other planets, things like that. But in all of our explanations, we seem to be it out in the cosmos, other than whatever you have to go too far to find anything of note.
It's a rock that contains a space distorting. It distorts space, so it's essentially the space-time distortion, right?
I would assume so, yes.
If you're from the future and you randomly got this thing, what if this is what happens when everything gets turned off? What if the black rock is the result of the whole universe just kind of ending?
Doc thinks about. He kind of sits down and thinks about it. He's like, "That's quite a terrifying concept you've just proposed, and I quite hope it's wrong."
It can distort space. It's essentially a black hole. If everything is condensed into the space of this small black rock, how likely is that?
You know what? I think it's time for the next phase. Suddenly,
phase.
The room goes dark, and you hear footsteps.
You kidding me?
Fuck!
But again, when actually, no, we'll do it this way. The room lights up a moment later, and there is again the absence, the shadowy figure at the corner of your vision, just kind of standing there. Seems to have followed you somehow. However, after a moment of this, after a moment of just confusion, you see Callisto, Doc, etc. start sort of looking around frantically, as if they do not know where you all went. Mercury is there with you too, by the way.
Kidding?
Can we see each other?
You can see each other.
I'm assuming I got it right, and I just told a secret, because we are now fucking stuck.
No, not stuck.
Do you just want to talk?
Vaguely out of the corner of your eye, you can see the thing nod, actually.
Can I ask it the question?
Yeah, you're free to.
How old are you?
I don't remember.
I'm going to guess this thing is pretty damn old. How much do you remember of the blinks?
I was not there for them.
Of course you were.
But in my
useful.
Oh, hey, I was still talking. I was still talking. I was not there for them. But I know all things hidden.
Okay.
And I'm going to spare myself the voice and basically just tell you what the absence tells you.
I like this. I like this plan.
Essentially, this is basically what happened before. Originally, there were 10 gods, and this is the things that the absence knows are good, not firsthand. There were 10 gods. They were independent of each other. They all sort of lived in their own little realms, doing their own little things. Mm-hmm. But there were 2 that were different: the gods of time and the god of space. Twin gods, as I said. The twin gods figured out first that there were others out there, and using their powers, connected the realms so that the gods could interact with each other for the first time. And in doing so, they created the convergence, which you now know as Ventral, and as this space just sort of floating in nothingness. Basically, as sort of their playground. Not in any sort of malicious way, just a place that they could make things, show off their powers, attempt to impress the others, things like that. But in placing something in whatever this strange void between their realms was, they angered something that was already there. Something that maybe they could have taken on before, like if they had all banded together and tried to fight as one, they might have been able to fight it, but they realized too late. And before they could fight, all as one, the twin gods had already been defeated and erased from reality. Sort of accepting their fate, accepting that they would not be able to defeat whatever this threat was. They decided that if they were going to have to fall, someone else should be able to take up their power. And so the 8 remaining gods created 8 thrones, so that the mortals of the realm they created could ascend in the future and fight back if the threat ever appeared. And then they were erased as well. But the strange beings left the world alone, seeming to only care about the gods. And that is the origin of the thrones. But the absence kind of looks over at Doc's work and, all the things that are on in the going on in this room. It says, "It seems the space god has managed to leave you something. I might be able to find it."
That'd be great.
What's your get? What's your play? What do you get out of this? Aside from not dying, which seems like something you would want.
The creature. This is gonna mess with some people in the chat, but I'm gonna do it anyway. For the first time, the absence steps closer to you. Not doing its
just
weird
glide?
jump thing. You can see it out of the corner of its eye, sort of step towards you, and reveal more of its form.
Okay.
As it gets closer, you see that it's actually smaller than it seems. And as it, approaches into more clear view, you can see that this is definitely a child. This is like an 8-year-old boy at the oldest.
I was getting the feeling I think this might just be a kid. Mm-hmm. Oh.
And in the same, creepy, raspy voice emitting from this more normal looking being goes, "I want someone to remember me again."
Oh, okay. I feel really bad for shit talking you so much earlier.
I swear to
I
God,
feel
my
very
mom,
bad
my
for
mom,
implying that
my
you were in a romantic relationship with Skis.
My real life actual mom joined the chat right as I was doing that. Hi, Mom. Don't worry about me being creepy. It's fine. It's for the story.
Thanks, Mom.
Hi. So, did you just kind of want Skeezful as like a father or grandpapa?
I mean, it kind of like the boy nods slightly, but like you get the sense it wasn't actively looking for like a father figure. It just wanted somebody, but it was just kind of like sure, you know. It didn't.
Okay.
You know,
Is
it was not
Ezekiel
actively
with you
looking for
just-
Skeezville.
Yes. Oh wait, what do you mean you're not actively looking? I'm just asking, like, hey, is Skeezful okay? Do you have him like? Don't forget to feed him like 3 times a day. Give him water.
It expresses that Skeezville is. But when I said it wasn't actively looking, like you said, was it looking for a father figure? Like no, it was not actively targeting Skeezville, looking for like a father figure. That's what I meant.
I do remind him that he needs
was
to have 3 meals a day and water to survive.
Is that even
technically he just doesn't need me? He is immortal if I'm not there.
In theory? Technically,
he thinks he's
you do not
immortal.
know where that necessarily came from.
That's a good point. That is a good point.
I feel bad for making fun of the absence now, but now that we know that you were just a kid that sat on the chair, I feel really bad.
The absence kind of again. I'll spare myself the voice again, but basically it tells you a little bit more about it. Kind of sadly, like you get the sense he's not convinced that you're going to remember him even after this. But basically what happened, because you remember the Chaos Realm, this is still a Chaos Power. Basically this kid sort of went on like an Alice in Wonderland style adventure and just didn't come back.
I'm so sad about this.
Can I yeah.
Your audio did not work.
Yeah.
I have an idea. I'm gonna take the emerald off of my cape and go. You made this. Is there any way that you can communicate with me through it, and I won't forget you?
He sort of nods, but in an unsure way. This is all kind of clearly new to him, but he does take it and holds it very tightly.
Okay. What's your name, kid?
There is no response.
Okay.
I think it's been so long he doesn't remember.
Right.
What if we just gave you a name? Maybe not the absent. Maybe we can give you an actual real person name.
Nods.
What name should we give this kid?
Name the demon child.
Name the child. I don't know what we should name it.
Can we tell?
What is this child?
Male or female child, or is it just?
It's like
I think it's just a kid.
I think I said boy. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but you know, I think I said again, whatever really works.
They're just a child.
The form of this kid is still kind of nebulous. Like you can tell it's we'll go with that. You can tell it's a kid, but like it's still shaky.
Well, I gave him an emerald. We could just call him Emerald.
That'll work.
Oh, Emmy is so cute for a name. Yes.
Okay. We'll call
Emerald, but Emmy for short.
We'll call you Emerald, but we'll call you Emmy for short. Does that sound good, kid?
The kid nods again, more like happily this time. Still looks nervous, but does seem to agree with what you said.
Also, you do still have a small Kermit. You can I think I remember leaving a Kermit in your altar. So you do still have Kermit. You do have to water him every now and then just so he can get bigger.
Emmy looks confused, but nods again, though definitely more like, okay.
Okay.
I'm trying to teach you some responsibility, Emmy. I know you have been a child for a long time, but you do have to learn this at some point.
I should point out something here in that everyone else in the room is still like very frantically trying to figure out what just happened.
Okay.
Like you are still in the room as everyone around is like frantically running around. Like you see people using like all sorts of magical scanners and spells trying to figure out what happened. Because you guys did just vanish.
Yeah. Can I hold out my hand to get the emerald back so that I can talk to Emmy? Like use it as like a communicator?
He seems kind of unwilling to give it up, but yes.
Okay. Talk to us through this. And if we seem like we forget, then just talk to us again and remind us of what we do, okay?
He nods, but before like sending you back to, I guess, like normal reality, I don't really have a word for what this dimension is. Maybe I should come up with one, or you can come up with one. I don't care. Kind of goes, the things that are coming, I might be able to hide you from them, but I don't know for how long.
Okay.
More importantly, we still need to... We can make all of this go away, but we need to find this last piece.
You know where it is, Emmy?
Can you help us?
Yeah.
I think I know. And at that, he vanishes, and you guys return to normal reality.
Okay.
I would like to pitch that area is called the blind spot.
Ooh,
I like that.
I very much like okay,
that.
yeah, canon. What a great idea I just had. Thank you.
I'll be here all week.
Very good.
Is that episode title Blind Spot?
Could be.
All right, we get back and we're like, okay, hey, we just had a conversation.
Everyone immediately draws their weapons at you, by the way. Not thinking that you're compromised, but like you just pop back in and everyone's like, oh my god.
I think SG reflexively like draws the flamethrower.
Turn that off. That was not.
Chill, everyone.
I meant to turn off the map, and I accidentally brought the Kraken Fortress image back up. Anyway,
everybody, take a goddamn minute.
We
can find the stone.
They don't drop their weapons. Like they kind of lower them slightly, you know, not like ready to stab you at any second, but like they're still up.
Yeah.
And Callisto leans in. Doc opens their mouth. Callisto immediately shuts him up before he can say anything. And he just goes, I would love to know what in the hell just happened.
We just talked to the God of Secrets. His name's Emerald. I can talk to him through this.
You said a secret, everyone dies. No. What if it was a bait the whole time? You guys would have fallen for it so much.
We have a contract.
We do.
We got to have Emmy sign contract.
He's a child. It's not legally binding.
That's true. We signed a contract with Emmy's boss, so we're clear for right now.
Actually, I want to say that has been a child for like a couple hundred centuries. I don't think you're a kid anymore.
It's not like he's had a lot of social...
It's a really huge legal gray area.
We can just say it that way.
How long have you been a child? A couple hundred years.
But not in the creepy anime way. Don't worry.
No.
All right. We talk.
Basically, they'll help us.
Essentially, Emerald thinks he knows where. Emerald thinks that they know where they can find the rock. If you need proof that we're not compromised, fuck the little guy. And I point at Doc.
Glebe, you just give very confusing instructions. What do you want us to do?
Yeah, my brain actually took it the other way too for a second.
We are not compromised or mentally not us. I still don't like that little son of a bitch.
Actually, no.
Oh.
No, we're going with the first one. Immediately after you say that,
like,
Doc just looks really confused and goes, I don't see how that would help.
You want me to have to do what?
I wonder if my mom's still in the chat.
No, I'm not mentally compromised by whatever the fuck you think just happened. Put your goddamn weapons down. I hate that little bastard.
I'm just saying that the way you just phrased that made it seem like you were not very trustworthy.
I mean, no one knows how to respond to that one, but well, I said how Doc responds. Callisto just kind of. So what do we need to do?
We're going to talk to Emerald. Emerald is going to tell us where to go.
We're going to go there.
Get the thing.
And everything
We're going to go there, get the thing, go back in time, fuck up a poet, and then hopefully get back.
Callisto kind of pipes and goes, okay, well, if you need any assistance, then... And as he's talking, you hear an alarm start to blare.
Okay. What is this? What is this now?
What's the noise? What's that sound?
This is not the royalty-free sound that comes with Might be a mimic security. What is this?
Out the window of this chamber, because this is a big tower, you can see on the horizon is the Kraken Fortress, which is still coming.
Why are you coming here? Like, we had the plan, we had the deal. There's a bigger issue here.
I'm thinking that Dream might be in control. I'm thinking that Dream might be in control of the Kraken at this point.
I don't think so. I think Rayleus is just being a dick.
That's also a possibility.
He can fly as close as he wants. He just better not try.
I'm gonna grab the emerald and be like, "Hey, why do I still see the Kraken?"
For note, the Kraken is not like imminently approaching. It's just really big, so you can like it's approaching.
Yeah,
but it's so big you can see it from far away. Like you have ample.
It's like a mountain over the horizon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Emmy, you hear Emmy's voice again. I will just for fun. They do like the little like the jump thing to the peripheral vision still.
Yeah.
Still creepy little dude. But Emmy kind of goes, "I left with you on the ship. I don't know. I can find out if you want."
Yeah.
Okay, Emmy, we're really going to need to talk about like letting us know when you are following us, because it is very dangerous adventure that we are going on.
SG, now is not the time to be a
safe.
mom. We really just need to keep
Like, just make better choices. At least, like, also respect personal space. You're very close to us right now.
we really need to handle this.
This 8-year-old child is immediately getting a lecture from. Anyway, did you say like go figure out what's going on?
Oh yes, I was also going to be like, also like, go figure out what's going on, please.
Okay.
Please, that would be amazing.
I don't know if I said you hear the footsteps leave when they left the first time, but you did, and you hear them again. But whenever Emmy leaves or approaches, you can hear the footsteps. But you hear them again, signaling that they have left. But you know, it might take us.
You should have known it was a kid. Have you heard how kids walk? Kids walk so loud for no reason. They walk so heavy.
I also love the visual now of this tiny little 8-year-old just fucking and coming up and grabbing something and running off.
Yeah, basically.
Like an unpaid intern.
Yeah, that's basically what he did.
I love it. Okay, so we called Emmy to go and find out, right?
Yeah, Emmy. The current status of things. You have told Emmy to figure out where the rock is, but that has been superseded by the imminent threat of giant monster approaching city.
Right, and then we were like, "Hey, Emmy, go figure out why do giant monsters still approach if we had a contract."
Which should I remind you is for an hour, which has passed.
Yeah, for an hour. Hey, it's 20 minutes at max.
Because we said you word vomited the entire explanation and skipped the rest of the travel scene.
How much do we want to that Goodbid like did right in the thing that we have agency of when that hour starts?
That would have been real cool
because
if you had. That would have been so cool if you told me that half an hour ago.
That'd been smart. That'd been real smart. I don't know if we did that.
At the time, I wasn't trying to sneak one past him. I was trying to do good business.
By the way,
Can we roll to see if that was a thing that happened?
I wanted to be the SG is telling Goodbid this, like, we have that in there, right? And Goodbid's like,
that is in there, yes. Yes. Surely you put in that we dictate when that hour starts. Right?
I mean, I really thought we were about to go fisticuffs right then and there,
That would have been a great idea, but I don't know about that.
There wasn't a lot of thinking that went into that one.
While we're thinking about it, someone in the chat asked for canon spelling for Emmy, which you picked the name, so I'll leave that to you guys.
I'm gonna say Emmy as in like the award. It's Emerald and then EMMY.
Okay, that's what I think most people were saying.
Yeah.
Whatever. I have
EMMY.
Either one works. I mean, this is just for the audience. So. Okay.
Come on.
So I'm just sitting there. I'm staring out the window, holding the emerald, waiting for Emmy to get back, and like.
Yeah, we can't do nothing until.
After a few moments, well, actually, probably a couple, maybe 20 minutes. I don't need to give an exact time on it. Emmy returns in the same creepy fashion. It says, "Rayleus is doing the plan anyway. I don't like him.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Damn it! Okay, can you tell us where the rock is so we can handle this before he shows up?
I look. I'll keep looking. And
Thank you very much.
Goes
I'm gonna turn around to SG and Goodbin and go, okay, secondary plan. Before we come back here, after we beat the shit out of this poet motherfucker, I want us to go back in time and either kill Rayleus before he ends up in the Chaos Dimension, or make sure he gets out of the Chaos Dimension. Does that sound like a good idea?
This also sounds like a good plan, because this... Oh my god, are you kidding me?
Second,
are you
stop.
kidding
I don't
me?
want to deal with this fucking guy.
Yes, exactly.
Not that I care, but if you kill Rayleus before he goes to the Chaos Dimension, wouldn't that mean we never meet?
That's fair. How about
That is true.
How about we make sure that he doesn't go to the Chaos Dimension, so then he can call you off when we come out of the portal and you attack us.
I like that. Not that I care, of course.
Aw.
Professional relationship.
You care about
involved.
us. You care about us, good bit. Oh, actually, somehow we need to... How far out is Rayleus? Like, how many hours do we...
Let's say, like, 1 to 2.
Or
Are you
better,
kidding me?
better plan. How about instead of teleporting to right when he comes out of the portal and getting him out of there, how about we teleport to when he's about to go and kill the, my water god, and we kill him there, because then it'll be after we already meet and hang out and everything, and then we can kill him when he's already more of a dick, right?
Just so we can feel better about ourselves.
I mean,
Yeah.
well, yeah, I like that. Kill a poet who's innocent, no problem, and then kill Rayleus right before he becomes supreme dick, but is already kind of a dick.
Mhm.
Get
That's a
back
good
to that
plan.
timeline and be like, hey, get ready. All four of us gods need to go and fuck this motherfucker up real quick.
Okay,
like this
so
plan.
we remember... What is Rayleus' plan again, that he has to fill the...
He's gonna turn
whatchamacallit?
Riff Reach into a
He
pool.
wants
Are we
size.
saying this out loud to a bunch of people who don't know the plan?
I would assume that you
Okay,
told them the
I have-
plan when you were going through this,
Okay.
the whole thing. I assumed
We
you
have-
said everything.
Yeah.
If that is not the
We
case,
have,
correct
like,
me
very,
now.
Yeah.
Like, we have very experienced mages, right?
I mean, yeah, several people nod. There's a lot.
Could we like effectively illusion that the rift is already filled with water, so it's just like, we already did it. You have to do something else now.
So he lands the Kraken in the still alive city?
Listen, there's not a lot of time we have. We have 1 to 2 hours. None of us have long rested.
How about
I
this?
am like down.
We have a lot of really skilled mages. How about we just illusion Riff Reach like 10 miles that way?
I mean, we could
I've heard
possibly
worse
do
plans.
this, yes.
Yeah, if we cover up the city and make it so it's like 10 miles that way. He's
Yeah,
in a
what other
Kraken.
city
He
is 10
doesn't
miles?
know
What other city
locations.
is 10 miles that way? Is it nothing? Is it just desert?
It looks like it. The map.
Yeah,
is mostly
you're in the center of a desert. This is the only city around because it's huge.
Exactly. If we just minor illusion that there's no city here,
That
and then we
would
can
be,
illusion-
for the record, that's more than
not
minor.
but you know, we can
That's a
just
little
illusion
more
that
than
the city's
minor.
not here, and then we can illusion the city like 10 miles that way, so the fucking
Oh.
Kraken lands on it there.
Wait, we can also do, we're in the desert, right? We can make a mirage, so it makes it look like the city is moving farther and farther.
Everyone
because they
roll a
get closer.
perception check.
Shit.
Oh gosh.
Oh, okay.
Nat 20.
Ooh, that's a
Excellent.
good one.
So this is
good
actually perfect. No one else even has to roll. This is actually perfect because as SG and Glib are talking about this, what if we pick up the city and move it somewhere else plan? Good bid. The Kraken's gone.
What?
Oh, fuck. Oh. Shit.
Y'all?
What?
What? What's going on? We're going to major illusion in the city. What's going on?
There's no big old Kraken monsters. Not there anymore. It was just there. I turned around, saw you arguing, turned back.
What?
It's not
Look
there.
out the window. Gone. I'm gonna grab the emerald. Hey, Emmy.
It takes a bit, but he responds. He's not dead. He has to walk places. He's fast, but he's not instant travel.
Right.
He's
like a little-
walking everywhere.
No, he's like a little. He's got super speed, basically.
Okay.
I'm making this up entirely off the cuff, but I really like it. I am canonizing that Emmy has super speed just on like a rumors travel fast kind of bit. I really like that. So that's now canon. But he does still have to move on his feet.
Gotcha. Hey, Emmy, the Kraken's gone.
I saw. That's not good.
Do you know where the Kraken is?
No.
Okay. Continue looking for the rock.
You said a nat 20, right, Goodbid, or was it a? Okay, then I'm not even gonna make you do another roll for this. After as Glib is calling Emmy and trying to get information on the situation, Goodbid still looking out. You see a small black spot very quickly approaching the tower, and as it gets even closer, you can see that it is definitely Rayleus at full speed, just barreling towards the tower, at which point, before anyone can react, he crashes right through the window and just kind of combat rolls into the center, gasping.
Nothing is here, isn't it?
Hey, man!
Well, shit!
That's what you get for breaching contract.
Are we about to fight? What's up?
We should go.
Why?
We should go now.
Why?
He actually doesn't even respond. He just picks himself back up and starts flying again. Crashes through the other window and just
I hold monster.
goes. Okay,
Can
you're
he
gonna have
just
to roll
fucking
that
use
one.
a door?
Roll.
I cast hold monster.
I got that's
What is
a
that even?
Roll.
I think that's a wisdom saving throw of 18.
nat 1, but he's very shaken. He's very shaken,
Wow.
so that's also in character.
Yes, you're not going to run this time. What is going on?
Why do we need to leave?
Rayleus does not speak. He's just flailing, struggling his best to get out. You haven't seen him scared before. He looks scared.
Can I roll perception on where he came from?
I was gonna not make you.
Okay.
Looking back at the direction he came from, there is something. It's very small. It's very far off, and it's not approaching as fast as him. But there is something out there. It's too far away for you to make out.
Rayleus, what is that?
Again, he does not speak. He is screaming and struggling as best he can, which is not working.
Can I just? Can I cast detect thoughts? And I just want to go as deep as I can.
I mean, yeah, that's another save, right?
Oh shit! I don't think I can. I think I'm still holding concentration on.
Oh, if it's concentration, then no.
Then instead I'm just gonna be like, "Hey Doc, can you just can you go into his thoughts real quick, figure out what's going on?"
Doc, you see Doc do something, presumably something psychic, some sort of spell. But they just look really confused, kind of looking at Doc does not know what's going on here. As this is happening, the thing that is sort of slowly drifting towards you comes more into view. It's smaller than you would expect, but it's still too far out for you to get any sort of read on it immediately.
Rayleus, where did my Kraken go?
It's gone. I don't know where it is. It's just not. It wasn't there anymore.
What? How the fuck did you lose a Kraken the size of an island?
He continues flailing and freaking out, etc., etc., etc.
I just tell Callisto immediate evacuation of all citizens.
Callisto
Immediate.
nods and starts going. You see him casting spells, portaling agents to various places, just starting to launch that evacuation that you were talking about.
Can I try and find the Kraken's ghost to try and figure out if he knows where his body went?
You sort of just ask him, you just kind of call out for him. He's with you.
Okay. Oh right, he's a voice in my head.
And he does not know. He seems equally confused as you.
You're fucking useless now, and shoot him away.
Now you know how I felt.
Like,
I didn't do the
just
voice
go
for
to
real, but
Rayleus
it was
and be like, you
know.
literally never stop talking. So talk.
At this point, Rayleus is not going to be helpful. But at this point, the thing that is approaching is close enough for you to get a read on it. You see what seems at first to almost be a humanoid figure in a sense, but taller than it should be, kind of very long, very gangly, and featureless. But actually, as it approaches, even more featureless than you would expect, because all you can really see of this, it's not a being. It's sort of a transparent, almost sort of filter over reality. Looking out at it, it's like there's a patch of black and white, sort of grayscale, in a humanoid shape, just floating very slowly and unbothered towards the tower. The one distinguishing feature of this thing is that in the center of its face is a large, sort of glowing, radiant sphere, almost like a star, that is suspended within this outline of grayscale. And it is not making any sort of movements or like emotional. It is just neutral, hovering there, floating straight line directly towards you.
What the fuck is that?
Quick question. When we were listening to all the stuff about this thing not really liking gods, would that count like all gods, or just like the like important ones that are like the main ones, like the ones that are like time, space,
Callisto,
life,
in the middle of preparations, Callisto looks over at you guys and goes, given that you were theoretically what summoned it here, I don't think it matters, given that you're probably qualified as important.
Why is this our fault? What did we do? I don't know what that is.
He doesn't respond. He sighs, rolls his eyes, but you can tell he's getting a little worried at this point as he continues preparations.
Shit. That doesn't...
Even if we hypothetically could, if Emmy gets back to us and hypothetically we go get the stone, what do we need to do to make this time travel happen? Is it just bang them together?
What if we just sacrifice
travel?
Rayleus?
Just in case you fucking die, how do we time travel?
Doc Doc turns in. Callisto doesn't know this. Doc turns to you and starts sort of ranting about all these things. Callisto, during this happening, kind of no helpful information is being conveyed. Doc is spouting a lot of science, magic, what have you. It's sort of impossible to piece out, and this thing is still approaching. Callisto kind of looks at it, and then says, "Don't have time for this." Shoves Doc into a portal. Grabs like one of Doc's like primary sort of journal off of his desk and tosses it to you guys. Says, "Reunite later. Do what you can with that."
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks. I'm gonna grab.
Are you not going to portal us somewhere too, so we can get away from this scary thing, but also leave Rayleus? I think we can just feed him to that thing.
As you're saying this, actually, we'll say this time. You hear the footsteps of Emmy appear one more time.
Good. Yes. Hi.
And this time, Emmy, your vision goes dark. You don't know if it's the room entirely. But basically, like, Callisto is talking, making portals, doing as much as he can. This thing starts getting very close to the tower. And that's right as this thing starts beginning, basically, its final approach. Emmy vanishes you all out of there. And a second passes of dark...
Including Rayleus?
We'll say for now, you, the party, for just the sake of this description. And after a second of darkness, you appear on basically what one of the ground levels of Rift Reach, sort of at the base of the tower. And you look up, the tower's gone as well. Not just the top, the entire tower is like it was never there.
Fuck.
Okay.
See?
Wow.
Emmy, what just happened? Where are you?
You hear kind of a like sort of whimper, as what you would expect from a very, 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 very scared child who does not know what's going on, but is still there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Did you find the rock?
You sort of see him appear in the corner of your eye and shake his head.
That's okay.
Okay.
That's okay. We just need to go. We need to get out of here now. Do you know how to get us out of here?
Once again, he nods, and you hear the footsteps, and you start, the darkness lasts longer this time. As presumably he is taking you elsewhere. By the way, Mercury is with you as well. Mercury is there.
Okay, good.
Skyskimmer's not. You don't know what happened to Skyskimmer necessarily.
Oh, fuck.
You did not, see it getting destroyed, but we'll say that Skyskimmer was in, the holding pattern that it usually goes into around the city. But Mercury is with you, Skyskimmer is not. Because, Emmy doesn't, it seems Emmy can't take a ship, or at least, was not able to grab the ship wherever it was.
Yeah. How's Mercury doing?
Not great at all. I mean, this is basically the first time that he's sort of seen action, so he is not, I've been quiet as him, but that's because he has been he has been the most involved that he's ever been for the last, 12 hours, and is not doing very well.
Yeah, okay. He also just lost what is essentially his life partner.
Essentially, yes. Again, the fate of Skyskimmer is not at the moment known, and if Mercury can detect her, not wherever you guys, not in the blind spot, which is where you guys are at the moment.
Okay.
I'm liking that name a lot.
All right. Emmy, we need. I know you've been doing a lot for us right now, and I really appreciate that. But we need to leave, and we need to leave now. Do you know how to get out of here?
Emmy kind of goes, "Where do we go? Where do we go?"
Where do we go?
Where do we go?
Yeah, he does. I mean, he's a kid. He doesn't know where you're going.
Yeah.
He's taking you out, but he doesn't know where you're going.
Shit. Take us to Bowenberg. It's the farthest place from where we are right now.
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true.
Technically, I believe if you do want to go the farthest place on the main continent, I believe the farthest place would be Ragdis, but I mean, you can go there if you want.
It is Ragdis, but also Ragdis.
Ragdis ain't great right now.
Ragdis is fine, but Bowenberg is destroyed.
Both of the two far points are kind of not doing amazing right now.
I'm saying Bowenberg is a good idea.
Go to the east, it's fine. Just go to the east.
Is there a consensus?
Is Bowenberg we know is at least destroyed and has a bunch of magic people that can help us. They're not going to focus on a city that is still there.
I don't think, but the blanks are they? I guess that's what they are just seems to be the actual god hunters here.
I don't disagree with that. I'm saying that we should leave because the fucking thing that just destroyed the building went for a major city. We have no idea if it's chasing us or if it's chasing the fucking continent or the things on the continent. We have a city that's fucking destroyed, which is Ragdis. We have Rift Reach that just got taken. Bowenberg has no one but us in it. And if there's still anybody there, they're magic. That's our best bet for trying to find any of this.
Bowenberg.
Do we know if East has anybody magic? I'm not saying we can't go there. Do we know if there's anyone that can help us?
Of course there's people magic in East. Why wouldn't there be?
I'll say, as the world builder, if you want to go for magic, Bowenberg is probably the place to go. Even if destroyed, that was like the magical hub of the world.
Do we want to go to a place to any place with God energy, or do we want to go to the God energy empty place?
As you guys are talking,
I thought the empty place was Ragdis.
It is.
The empty place was as you guys are talking, Emmy kind of pipes up and goes, "We need to go." I am putting a timer on your decision now.
Oh,
shit!
Please. Fine, we'll just we'll go to Bowenberg, I guess.
That can maybe mask us. Shit, Ragdis would mask us better.
You guys don't have a lot of time left.
Ragdis. We need to go to Ragdis now.
Okay, but is that what's been determined?
To hide. We need to find a place to sleep, yes.
So you guys, you start hearing the footsteps and feel sort of like weird air rushing around you. As presumably, you can't really see much, but as presumably Emmy takes you where you're requesting to go. Emmy speaks sort of at some point along the way and goes, "When we get there, I'll try to find the rock again. I'm sorry I didn't find it yet."
You're doing great, kid. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Emmy does not respond to that, very, very clearly stressed out. But eventually, you do sort of phase back into existence out front of the gates of Ragdis.
Should we just go sleep in the dungeon again?
Is Ragdis still filled with mist?
No, that is gone. That's
Okay.
not a thing at the moment.
Are the people still rioting?
Not. You're outside the gates right now.
Can we
fuck, I
hear
forgot
if
about
the
the
people are
Ezekiel.
still rioting?
You do not hear active problems right now.
Okay, let's go into the
Though
I'm gonna walk.
I should
towards
also
the
add,
gates.
you do have the thing that is responsible for all this BS that went down here with you now.
Yeah, so I think it's fine. I forgot about Ezekiel still. No, Ezekiel ran away, right?
No,
Ezekiel was
Ezekiel-
still there.
No, he said he had to
yeah,
stay
Ezekiel
and fix
just
it.
kind of stayed there. He's sort of resigned himself to his
Let's
fate.
go find our buddy.
The buddy with quotes.
Yeah. The
Oh,
NPC
buddy. Go say hi again.
I'm about to tie this man down and go, you need to fucking figure this shit out now.
Yeah. So entering Ragdis, it is very different than how it was when you last went there. In that it's basically abandoned. I guess everyone roll perception.
I didn't realize people could hear my nervous dice.
That's good. That means I'm doing something right.
I
I'm getting called out in the chat.
got a 19.
What am I rolling?
15?
Perception.
15 is good enough.
Perception?
This is just a quick thing. It doesn't seem abandoned. Like just kind of looking around at this, things that are on the street and maybe like some windows and stuff. It doesn't seem abandoned in that nobody is there. It seems abandoned in that everyone is very much staying in their homes. There is no one at the front gate. There is no Bodhi to greet you.
I'm assuming he probably got sucked up in the whole everything that happened. I would say we start making our way towards the capital. We know Ezekiel's there. Is everyone?
Yeah,
That sound-
the castle.
Yeah.
You head towards the castle and are actually able to get in without really any trouble. It's still pretty much abandoned, and in the throne room there are 2 gigantic holes in the ground, which you remember what caused that.
Yeah.
Man,
Standing in the throne room, I'm assuming since this whole castle is empty, the acoustics are amazing. Standing in the middle of the throne room, Glib is gonna yell out as loud as he can, just, Ezekiel! Get out here now!
A few moments pass, and then out of the hallway where Ezekiel's office is, he kind of steps out and goes, "I thought you left."
We did. Nothing is coming. You're gonna fix it.
He just kind of stares at you, not having any idea what's going on. If nothing is coming, why do you need me?
Because you don't want that, just as much as the rest of us don't.
He just sort of... He doesn't know how to react to that information.
Yeah.
Glebe, remember when you say the sentence "nothing is coming," it really does not alert much alarm because you're literally telling them nothing is going to happen to them. So we
That's a
need
good
to
point.
explain that
That's a great point.
there is there is a thing that is they refer to as the blanks or the blank that just disappears everything.
Reality
Anything that-
is within an hour or 2 of ending.
That's
And-
entirely correct.
And we need to fix that so that we all don't just poof out of existence.
Why?
Excuse you,
What do you mean,
motherfucker?
what?
Shout out to you guys going to the most nihilistic NPC you've met, other than Dream. Well,
Oh,
Oh my god. Can we just kill him?
We're just going to sleep in your little dungeon thing, okay?
No. I'm
useless talking.
gonna walk up. I'm gonna walk straight up to Ezekiel. I'm gonna grab him by the collar and say, "I will bring that fucking god back here right now. I will make your living hell an eternity if you don't fucking help with me right now."
he still does not seem particularly scared of you. Mostly because he's just so jaded by everything. Because if you want me to do something, you could ask instead of spouting cryptic nonsense. I know I probably set a bad example when it comes to that. But, well, everything's a bit too far gone
Can
here.
I backhand him? Can I back?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
I won't even make you roll for it.
The pot calling the kettle black.
Yeah. Instead of just saying cryptic nonsense, I'm immediately gonna let go and just
bap him.
Say it again, fucker!
He sighs, goes, what do you need me to do? You still haven't told me.
You are a smart-ass motherfucker, and you summoned Emmy, all right? Or what you would call the absence. I need you to tell me how to fucking fix this. I need you to tell me how
I want to point something out real quick. Someone in chat said he genuinely has no idea what you're talking about, which is accurate. It's not that he's refusing to help you. He has genuinely no idea what you are on about.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck. I need somebody to fucking help me figure out how to fix this shit. He's smart. Doc's gone, and I have Emmy searching right now.
For the third time, he's like, okay, I'll do something, but you have to tell me what.
Do you know about the gods? Do you know about the different realms? All of it?
I know the general concept.
Okay. Dream is trying to end reality right now by summoning what he calls the absence. He got all of the gods in one place specifically to do this.
I acknowledge that I made those names too similar, but he's not summoning the absence. That's what Ezekiel did.
Oh, right, not the absence. Whatever.
I made those names too similar. That's on me.
Okay.
That's why I'm glad he has the new name now.
Dream is trying to end reality right now by just fucking turning everything off. He's trying to bring what was the name of the thing that it is gonna end it?
The blank is what's
the blank.
I'm not here. Yeah. I am taking a long rest.
Dream is trying to summon the blank right now.
I have a question. I'm waiting. I'll wait on us to ask SG a question in a second after this interaction is done. But I have a question about that. Ezekiel does not. Again, he doesn't know what you're talking about. Like, you're gonna have to brief him on this from a lot of info.
Info dump. Just
Can I drop Doc's book in front of him?
Yeah, you can give him the book.
Okay. I'm gonna stay. I'm not just leaving him with it.
Yeah. You can show him the book was what I probably should have said.
All right. I'm gonna take it out and just. This probably has more info. Ever need to know.
He takes the book, gives you a sarcastic look, and goes, "Oh, finally, citing a source." Okay. And starts flipping through it. As he flips through it, though, his expression becomes kind of less and less apathetic and more confused and a little bit sort of intrigued as to what's going on. Doc has a lot of notes in this and was also taking notes during your whole explanation. So the book pretty much does note everything that is needed. He goes, afterwards he looks up and hands the book back to you and goes, okay, now this I might be able to do something about.
Here, now we're getting somewhere. Can I turn away from him? I'm gonna grab Emmy and just ask, how's it going?
Oh, okay, I probably should have said, Emmy, I'll say, this can happen now. I was gonna say, Emmy, I meant to say that Emmy left to go look for the rock again, like immediately after getting there. Mm-hmm. I didn't say that, but...
Yeah, no, that's what I was assuming. I was assuming that Emmy left.
For note, when you call Emmy, Emmy is fast, but cannot teleport. So if you call Emmy back and forth, that's delaying the search.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I will assume that
you can call Emmy if you need something, but just like for note, if you ask for updates, that's delaying the search as he goes to and from.
Okay, that makes sense. I will leave it then. I'm gonna let I'll ask Ezekiel. You know how to do something? How long is something gonna take?
This is an entirely new sphere of magic that I had never interacted with, but I can possibly do something, as you put it.
We don't have a very great time scale here, and I need you to give me some measure of time.
You just handed me a book with sorcery that you describe as from the future. I don't know.
Gray.
Okay, well, I'm going to give you your time then because you have a couple of hours until reality ends. You have less.
I just want to put also, someone in chat is saying the third piece is the bag of holding. No, there's a separate The bag of holding is not.
There's another
there was
thing.
a thing that was the I don't think I had a name for it yet, and even if I did, you wouldn't know it. The thing they're looking for is not the bag of holding. It's a separate thing. But
SG, you're taking a long rest, right?
Yes, I'm taking a long rest.
I mean,
I
if
was
we
gonna
all
say-
can.
No, because the bad guy is Dream.
I mean, I have no other way to regain spell slots.
Here's my question for SG as this is going on. Where were you going? Were you going back to the dungeon to sleep, or like where were you going?
I was my intent was to go to the dungeon, but I was literally just gonna sleep literally anywhere.
Okay. Just for my note, where are you sleeping? Don't worry about me asking that.
I understand that the bad guy is Dream, but also I have no other way to regain spell slots.
But where are you sleeping, so that I, as the DM, know the status of things?
I've assumed you were in Ezekiel's office, so I was just gonna go down the steps to where like the altar was. Honestly.
Okay, you are actively choosing to go to the creepy temple to sleep. That's
Yeah.
fine. Whatever. Yeah, you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just on the ground there, I suppose.
I'm just on the ground there,
Yeah.
sleeping.
We have to wait. We have to wait for M to get back to us. We need to wait for Ezekiel to finish his thing.
This is.
You should just long rest. Like we have no choice.
I'll tell you, this is
sleep at some
a shorter
point.
one, but this is definitely approaching the end of the session because the next things are things that are going to take longer. So it's sort of like your decision of how you want to spend this waiting time is like the last thing of the session. I'll go ahead and tell you that. So take your time on it because this is a shorter one. But
I mean, I'm literally so fucked if I don't long rest. Because I don't have much.
I'm gonna put. Is Mercury gonna also take a long rest?
Mercury looks very scared. He also didn't do as much as you guys actively, so he's like, I can keep watch. Or you've been more in the thick of things than I have. I will eventually, but I don't need to now.
I'm gonna sit with Mercury, and just kind of keep watch of. I'm assuming the door we came in.
Are you
from.
doing this in Ezekiel's office, by the way?
I assume. Well, we were.
If you sleep in Ezekiel's office or the dungeon, he's gonna direct you. He's gonna be like, if you don't want to sleep on the ground, the king and queen's quarters have opened up since you murdered them.
Oh, I planned on going to the king's bed originally.
I need to know.
That was always my plan.
I need to know for the sake of many things, if and where everyone is sleeping.
Yes.
SG is in the dungeon and is sleeping. Glib is with Mercury, sort of keeping watch. Where determined in a second, and then Goodbit is in the king and queen's quarters.
This is a bad idea.
Maybe I'm just scaring you.
We don't have any other option. What am I gonna vicious mockery him to death? We gotta figure it out.
So Glib and Mercury, where are you guys?
I want to sit in the. We're in like the king's quarters, which I'm assuming has a view of like the front door area of things coming.
The king's
in.
quarters was the top of the tower that you crashed.
No. I mean like the throne.
Oh, the throne room. The throne room. Okay.
Where I'm assuming we can kind of see the front entrance that people enter from.
Okay.
I am going to sit in front of the giant hole that leads down to the dungeon and keep watch with Mercury.
All right. So SG's in the dungeon. Glib and Mercury are in the throne room. Ezekiel is presumably in his office, and Emmy is presumably looking for the stone wherever that might be. To end the session off, I actually would like to do a very quick little scene with Goodbit, which is probably not at all what people are expecting, because there's lots of things I could set up with Goodbit, and it's none of them. Goodbit actually is going to get the opportunity, at least, for a nice night's sleep. As you go up to the king and queen's quarters. I said that. Don't worry, I said that in a scary way than I necessarily needed to. This is atmospheric right here. Atmospheric end scene. As you go up to the king and queen's quarters, as you would kind of expect, it's even more lavish than it really needs to be. I mean, Ragdis is known for its very much flair and kind of over-the-top nature, especially with the royals. Everything is very, 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 very nice. you kind of look up at the balcony that you crashed in like a day or so prior, but notice something odd. And as you go and step out on the balcony and look up, you see that there is not a single star in the sky. And with that, we will end the session.
I have no idea what that means.
I know what it means. Some of the audience knows what it means.
SG does not care. SG's
in the dungeon. SG doesn't know this.
I need sleep.
Yeah.
No, not a care in the world as to what's going on. Just needs to sleep.
So how we feeling, chat, audience? What do you guys think about the position that the party's in right now?
Helpless.
Yeah.
Everything is bad.
Everything is
Everything is awful. Everything is bad when you're fighting dreams. Everything is awful.
Nice.
I mean, the Kraken is gone, which I thought was going to be like a final fight area.
Nope. This, again, I set up the God Curse for 2 whole episodes as like big bads, only for them to get snapped, basically. So
yeah.
I'm having a good time.
I'm okay with that. I did not want to have to fight them. I did not want to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel like, literally since Goodbid almost died, it's not let up. What?
Yeah. This is a light
speed
speed series of events that is happening. Dream, I'll give you some insight since Dream did kind of do a whole monologue. Basically, Dream has been trying to do something like this for centuries, and pun not really intended but accepted, the stars sort of aligned with a lot of things going right at once, and he jumped on that opportunity.
I'm a little bit concerned that the key to our success is in the hands of the world's dumbest chaos butterfly.
I do want to point out, for those who have not seen the first Breakpoints episode, I won't spoil certain details. Zalkus and Bello and that group have it. They have it. We know where it is. We, the audience, know where it is. They have it, and they're in Rift Reach.
Well, they were sent to Rift Reach.
Kidding?
I was
trying
to like.
Zalkus
I'm gonna have to watch that.
Zalkus killed a bartender, took over his bar in Rift Reach, and that squad was just hiding out there, and that is where we last saw them.
Are you telling me that the thing we needed was in the town we just abandoned?
Yep.
Well. Well.
Yep.
I really hope Evan can make it next episode.
He's gonna want to, so we'll see what I can do.
Son of a.
I'm so stressed out by this. Also, should I level up Bello at this point? Probably.
You can if you want. Go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll talk about that later. I'll see if I can get Evan in. If you want to play 2 characters at once, you are free to. You're free to. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna make you. I'll see if I can do a Bello voice, and we'll roll with it if I need to. But yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. This for such a short episode, this was a lot of scary things. This was admittedly like more of a cutscene episode, I know, because it was getting everything wild and ready and lore drops. Yeah.
Lore episode true. Is what you call them.
You do know the origin of the thrones now. The origin of the thrones has been revealed.
Yes.
Which I hope was interesting.
Vigorously taking
yeah, so next week, maybe you're just all gonna die. I don't know. I'm not saying a word.
I really don't. I have no idea how we're gonna do
Someone in chat said, couldn't they just talk to the blanks and ask them why they're doing this? You can try. They're weird eldritch things that existed in the void before creation. So maybe. I will say this, and this is planned for like I won't say that yet. Just to get everybody a little more interested. The blank are not just my weird eldritch creations that are sort of a deus ex machina. There is a lore reason why they are here. There is a lore reason why they exist, and they do tie into everything that has been going on, though you probably won't be able to guess it from the information that you have. But they are not just nebulous space bad guy here to break everything. They have story, and I'm not going to tell you what it is yet.
I, for the life of me, could not tell you who it was, but someone commented that this episode should be called Blindsided.
Oh, I really like that.
So
that's
good.
real good for a number of reasons. That's great for number of reasons.
Like this.
That is very good.
Yeah, that's excellent.
Yeah, I've never felt more helpless playing.
I hope in a good way.
Yeah.
I hope that could be taken. Okay.
In a good way.
I was like, that could be a good thing or a bad. I hope in a good way. You'll have your.
No, I wasn't sitting here like I'm being railroaded. No, it wasn't like that.
As a person, it was a bad thing because I want to win so badly,
Hey.
and I felt like I can't.
This was the helplessness episode, and you've got your agents working, right? You've got Emmy looking for the. I do really, really, really love how this has been set up. Of like, there's this weird cosmic threat that's coming that has been summoned by like this powerful madman that has incredible strength behind him. And you've got these like 2/3 of a time machine, and the last thing that you need is in the hands of the biggest dipshits that this campaign has seen. It's gonna be such a good tone shift from next episode. Because
episode 10 would be so beautiful.
If I can get
if we could
Evan
get
in,
all of B team here.
I will try. It'll be short notice, but I'll see what I can do. But like, I'm very much looking forward to this tone shift, and this was intentional. Of this episode is very much the everything is bad, we're screwed, not as everything is going on. And then next episode is you with the like, no one else like knows that. It's you guys are traumatized and you have to deal with the not traumatized people, and it's gonna be.
We're all gonna have to interact with Zalkus again and be like, "Hey, buddy."
Hey, buddy, what's up? Thanks for responding to my
I think me and
message.
Zalkus.
Do you have that thing we need?
Weren't me and Zalkus
It'll
cool?
be fun. I'll text them all. I'll see who I can get on board. I'll
I
figure
think
out
we
how.
have a B team group chat.
We do. Well, we do,
Yeah,
but
message the group
still,
chat.
I'll text them all and see who I can get on board.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Like I said, shorter episode, but a big one for story. So, yeah. What do we have to plug? I have a couple things actually, but I'll let you guys go first if you have anything.
I got nothing.
Nothing right now.
Here we go. I finally got this. Totally because Amy reminded me. Thank you, Amy. I finally have the link. I don't have it set up, but I have the link to the comics that Account of a Fool makes. I clicked the wrong thing. We have a regular viewer in chat who makes these very good little comics of iconic moments from the show. And at my request, he has amassed them into a one collected portfolio, which I will now link in chat if anyone wants to see those.
I want to see them
score.
so bad.
There we go. So there's
so
the portfolio of all the comics that Account of a Fool has made. We love them very much. So thank you to Account of a Fool for all that.
Damn, dude.
There's
That's a lot.
a bunch. Yeah, there's a bunch in there. I haven't actually gone through and looked in the drive. I've looked at most of them as they appear, but I'll go through and look at them in the drive probably later tonight.
I'm sorry. The first one I opened is SG giving Blob scritches and Glib blocking them with stick.
Yep.
It's hilarious. The one I can't find it. There's one like Zalkus is asking Bello like to ask the blank, can we serve you? And everyone just turns around and looks at him like he said the most insane thing ever. It's my screensaver.
They're all
It's
so
been my
good.
screensaver for months. It's
They're all
hilarious.
so good. Please give them a look. They are fantastic and they deserve it. I will put a command in chat, but I keep forgetting to do that. But I mean, I have it in there, so it doesn't really matter. I'll have a command for ease of access. But yeah, I believe that would be everything. We have a YouTube. You can watch our. Oh no.
I'm sorry. Why is
Are you
there
looking
two
through
of
now?
the I'm looking through them. There's two of the same SG getting smacked in the face with stick ones.
No, that's Doc. That's Doc.
That's Doc. Oh, wait, does Doc look just like SG? I keep forgetting.
They're the
that.
same species,
I mean,
and changelings.
Yeah,
I don't want to say all changelings look the same, but also they can look however they want.
I forgot
So
that Doc
it
was a
kind of-
changeling. I thought that he was
Yeah.
just a weird old man.
No.
I forgot about
The
that.
changeling race is the one that's got the future timeline.
Okay.
That's the whole thing there. But yeah, we are available on YouTube. We are available on Spotify. Not that it matters too much for the people who were here, but if you joined in late, this episode will be up on Wednesday on both platforms. We have a support link at the Spotify. The episodes are free, but the link will take you to the support page. If you'd like to donate, we would appreciate that. You can also just click through if you don't. Like I said, the episodes are free.
Oh, also character stickers on our.
Yeah. Shoot, I forgot we put those up. We do. Oh, I need to pick okay. I'm sorry to say, the Glabussi discount code, I believe, has ended on our merch store. But I will talk to the players immediately after this, and we will pick a secret discount code for this upcoming week. That will be something inspired by the episode. I'll probably make it like 10% off. I'm not going to tell you what it is. What I will say for just formatting purposes, I'll make it one word and I'll make it all caps. Just so that there's clarity there. It will always be one word, all caps. But yeah, I believe that is everything for me. What? Are you still looking at Gabe's comics? Okay, everyone's looking at the comics. Fine, I'll do the wrap up. You guys look at the fan art. I'll be the responsible one as the DM.
I'm reading the one where I don't even remember what scene this was, where Goodman falls and SG falls with.
It was in the. That's the one I was chuckling at too, where we hear the bugs in the cave.
That's such a good one. I'll put it in chat again. Did I have the right link up? Yeah. Okay, I put it in chat again for anyone. If these reactions didn't convince you to go and look at them, I don't know what will. But
the other good one was, "Hello, my name's Goodbit. Don't speak again." And it's just the blank panel.
There are a lot of good. I'm gonna go through and look at these once we go off live. So I'm gonna go take us off live now, so I can go do that. We will be back next week for episode, I think, 10. Yes, episode 10.
Episode 10.
I will see what I can do about getting guest stars in. We could also, and maybe I shouldn't be saying this on live because I don't know what the plan is. There's a chance maybe we do a breakpoints next week if I can get more of the B team cast in the week after. Does that make sense? Like, we'll figure something out. I will get the schedule best I can. I'll announce it to everybody. But we'll have something next week. Okay. We'll leave it at that. We'll have some episode next week for you. I will figure out how schedules work. But thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed and are terrified. That is just my regular goal at this point. We're going to head out and read Gabe's comics. Have a good rest of your night.
Yes.